Boom, boom, boom. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, hey, hey. What is up? What it do, man? I'm glad to be here with each and every one of you. I want to thank you for tapping into the Soul Source YouTube channel. We normally go live on Tuesday nights. We haven't been going live for the last 2 weeks on Tuesday nights because, it ain't really shit to talk about when it comes to sneakers. The month of November, when it comes to conversational pieces, is pretty freaking dry. We had Complex's top 10 sneaker list, which we talked about that. We talked about it, like, I think, what was it, like last Tuesday or Tuesday before that. We kind of talked about it. What was it, Friday night? I tried to talk about it Friday night, but as y'all can see, if y'all watched the playback, man, I was so tired. I had to get the hell up out of there. But other than that, and then a few other things, it wasn't really much to talk about. And it's kind of the same this week, but check. Sneaker YouTube, Shoeverse, Footwear Fanatic fam, y'all some put ons. Y'all are some put ons. Y'all cap me down. Pause. Man, and
this shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
And I fell for
it. And y'all dumbasses fell for it.
Not y'all, but me. I fell for it. I fell for the put on. What y'all talking about? Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. In the chat, real quick. The official Wild Boy SK said, as a kid growing up, I always thought Jordans would be a thing, even after my generation is all dead and gone. Felt like it would have been passed on for thousands of years. It's sad to see it dying. So, like honestly, because to me, I don't really see. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let me brighten this up a little bit. I need to get some more. What it is I really need to get some more RGBs so that I can have like the colors come in from both angles, because I try to keep the color in the background going, but like, do you all really honestly believe that the moniker of Jordan brand, I should say, the moniker of Jordan brand is actually dead? Like, do you all believe that it's been so long since Jordan was relevant that his memory is just that, a memory, and it is fading fast? Before you answer that, I want to say thank you for tuning in. It is currently Thursday. I hope everybody went out to vote, because voting what's today, the 6th. Voting was 2 days ago on the 4th, which would have been Tuesday. That was another reason why we didn't go live on Tuesday, but voting was on Tuesday. I hope you all exercised your right to vote, whether you saw it or believed it or not. It was very important. Like, these next current political voting sessions are going to be very important for the nation as a whole, and it's going to open people's eyes. Not that my eyes were closed, it was just that I had gotten comfortable, and now I'm more in tune to really what's going on. I don't know if I'm ever going to be talking really politically, but it is what it is. But it is Thursday, and I want to thank you all for tuning in to a impromptu or a very unusual live tonight, because usually we go live on Tuesdays at 7, and then we go live on Fridays between like 7 and 8. I don't know, but Friday doesn't really matter. That's why I call it fucking Fridays and things like that. But do you all really think that Jordan is dead and that the Jordan brand is dead, because that was one of the things in the video that we watched where they interviewed Michael Jordan recently. That was one of the things that he talked about, was he still had that itch to perform, that itch of relevancy. And whether it is his ego or not, nobody ever wants to be a fleeting memory. Everybody wants to be remembered for something good. And usually the consensus was that memory lasts forever. But apparently, with what's going on with Jordan brand and sneakers in general, those things aren't lasting forever. And could it actually be, now that I say that, could it actually be a reflection of the current times and people's fears as to why Jordan brand is not really hitting like that? But again, do you all believe Jordan brand is dead? I put a poll up on my YouTube short, and surprisingly, I got a lot of engagement about that. And I'll pull that poll up in just a second. But y'all kind of lied to me. Y'all kind of lied to me. And what I mean when I say you all kind of lied to me and you all were capping me down, I don't know what happened to it. I think Nike might have pulled an Adidas. And let me drop this down really quickly. But I think Nike might have pulled an Adidas on us here, because earlier today, and let me see, did I take a screenshot of it? Let me see. If I go on my app, let me see if it's on my app, because I know I'm not crazy. But earlier today, the Gratitude 11s were readily available in full size runs. And then when you go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you go on Reddit and things like that, a lot of people are saying that they were going to wait for the did I say Gratitudes? I didn't mean to say, I'm sorry, yeah. If I said Gratitudes, I didn't mean to say Gratitudes. But a lot of people are saying that they're gonna wait for the Fear 11s to go on sale. Now, earlier today, I know I saw the Fear 11s sitting on the website for buy now. And I know them shits didn't sell out that quick, especially when you have the Halloween light lemon twist and hemp Ja 3s for the spooky season sitting. Hell, Nike boots sold out. These ugly ass, let me show y'all. These ugly ass Baltaro and Stussy Nike boots sold out when these dope ass glow in the dark Ja 3s couldn't sell out. But speaking of sellouts, who went for the Stranger Things Nike Dunk Lows? They dropped today at 10 o'clock, and I meant to go for them. They were on my mind at 10 o'clock to try to shoot my shot, and I fumbled the bag. I fumbled the bag, man. I fucked up, and I did not I did not remember, and by the time I remembered, it was about 12 o'clock. But I think Nike pulled an Adidas on us and pulled the Fear 11s off of their site to make it look like they sold out. Now we all know, I mean, we're not dumb, stupid, or blind, anything of that sort. But we all saw that those Fear 11s were still sitting on the site. Let me see if I can go to somewhere else and see if the Fear 11s are on this site. And see, the thing about it is, y'all told me that the Fear 11s were going to hit. Y'all told me that the Fear 11s was a good shoe. I said that this shoe was, it was mid and that it wasn't going to sell out. And you all just swore up and down that it was. Now Hibbett's, they don't have any pairs, and I don't know what that. I'm pretty sure that Hibbett's is going to restock some of the Fear 11s, but to be honest, I could be wrong. The Fear 11s did not sell out. The Fear 11s did not sell out as of the last time I saw them. They didn't sell out. Let me see. My I was getting ready to get y'all my password. Let me shut up. Shout out to my red cup double cup family. Y'all let me know in the chat down below what y'all sipping on, whether it's some of that beautiful grape juice or some of that Patron or some high quality H2O. Let me know what y'all are sipping on for tonight. What's for dinner too, man? I haven't had anything to eat yet, but once I get off this live, man, I know I'm finna grub down. And I don't look, man. Check this out. I don't know what's today. Thursday? Did I wait a minute? Wait a minute. Thursday. Okay, so today was the day. I think. Oh snap! I think today was the day that Hibbits announced their wins for the Air Jordan 12 taxis. Let me see. Wait. Okay, it says raffle entries closed. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see that. It might be too blown out, but it says raffle entries closed. Let me go down to the adult sizes. Yeah. Oh well, I didn't win anyway on Hibbits. I don't know what, like, for an easy shoot. And come on now. Hello, peekaboo. I'm here, but I don't know why. And I gotta wait for this thing to adjust. I don't know why for such a mass release shoe, Hibbits never wants to give me that win. Now they're just now saying, sorry, you didn't win the shoe. Hibbits, you're about 5 hours too late. And I'm not gonna show it again for fear that it's going to blow out the screen again. But Hibbits, it was today. So if you went and put in a raffle for the Taxi 12s today, if you put in a raffle for the Taxi 12s on Hibbits, you got your raffle entry win or loss notification. So that's 1L for me. And then Foot Locker refuses to load for me currently. So I guess that means that the app is, per usual, bugged and shut down. But we're not worried because raffle wins don't come out until tomorrow. Speaking of Air Jordan 12s, and before I move on to the Air Jordan 12s, you all let me know, why do you think the Fear 11 sat? Yeah, the Fear 11s. The official Wild Boy SK says, looks like only a handful of Jordans give these youngins that feeling we had when we had Taxi 12s on back in the day. Feels like tomorrow they'll call the Jordan 4 and Unk shoe, and then what? You know what? I saw somewhere where they called the Air Force One an Unk shoe. And to be fair, I agree with that. The Air Force One is definitely an Unk shoe. To me, I used to wear Air Force Ones like crazy. Back in the early 2000s, give me two pair. I need two pair. I can get stumping in my Air Force Ones, Nelly and the St. Lunatics. I was all with it. And then I kind of switched to T-shirts, bandanas, Reeboks, and Jabos. If y'all know, y'all know. And I was on my ish with that. And I was wearing the classic Soldier Reeboks, the 2 for $89s, the ones that you had to have the crease protectors in, because if you didn't have the crease protectors, them joints was going to fold up in a week, and mama was going to be putting belt the ass, whack, spanking that shit. But back in the day, I was definitely hot on Air Force Ones. Now, I'm not. I don't even fuck with Air Force Ones. Like, I understand Air Force Ones is a iconic staple in the sneaker culture, whatever, what have you, and it's one shoe that the old heads swear by. But that is the thing. The old heads swear by the Air Force Ones. The Air Force Ones is definitely an Unk shoe. It's ugly. It is a huge platform shoe. Say what you want about the Jordan 1, but That's what I believe the fall off of the Air Force One for the younger people is what brought the what word am I looking for? Is what brought the attention and dominance to the Jordan 1 because I remember when nobody liked the Jordan 1s or the SB dunks that looked like Jordan 1s. I remember when um, people thought these were ugly. People thought Jordan 1s were ugly well into the 90s. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. If you don't believe me, ask your uncle. Jordan 1s and dunk highs that looked like Jordan 1s were going on sale for like 20, 30 bucks. And that's when Air Force Ones was the shit. Like if you didn't have any Air Force Ones, G Fazos, Uptowns, whatever it was called, where you are centrally located, you wasn't nothing. If it wasn't Air Force Ones, it was Duck Boots. If it wasn't Duck Boots, it was Tim's. If it wasn't Tim's, it was Reebok Classics. And that was about it. And every now and then you could have like some them ant bed stumpers, as Mike Rich call them air up tempos. You could slide in some air up tempos, and you could slide in some Gary Paytons and all of that. But yeah. Hold on. My Kari. I keep saying what 11s you talking about? The gratitudes or the fears? I don't know why I keep saying gratitudes, but I don't know why I can't get that out. But I mean the fears. I mean the fears. And if you got time, let me know. Ask for the link, and I'll send you the link if you got time. If you don't, I completely understand. But yeah, I'm talking about the gratitude. I mean, there I go again with that shit. Like, I don't know what the hell is my problem right now.
Bullshit.
It feel like my mind is jumbled up on some bullshit right now. But I keep saying gratitudes, but I mean fear 11s. And maybe that's me subconsciously, trying to ignore the fear pack because I wasn't a huge fan of the fear pack. But maybe that's me. Let's see. Let me get to the comments because Wild Boy Wild Boy was in here early. I guess I'm glad to have been born in the time I was born. I can't imagine being born back when Jesus and my drip be a slipper. It's funny you say that because I was talking to one of my homeboys, and I was trying to figure out what shoes were called before they were called shoes. And AI was trying to tell me that shoes back then were called sandals. Somehow I have a hard time believing that back during Jesus' biblical times that shoes were called sandals or even shoes. I don't know. I could be wrong. I ain't never lived back then, or maybe one of my past lives lived back then and didn't remember. But that's I couldn't have lived back then when footwear was open-toed and you lived dangerously every moment, whether it was fear of an animal biting your toes or you hitting your toes on rocks or whatever. I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. I'm glad to have grown up in being able to experience 3 different ages of technology, being like the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and now currently the 2020s. So, I mean, I just feel like I was born in a golden age where I was able to experience a lot of different things. And I know I talk a whole lot of crazy shit sometimes. And sometimes seems like I'm all over the place, but it's just because of my level of experience. And I mean, hell, some of y'all might say, "Hey, you stupid as fuck," but hey, I try not to be, or at least I don't think I am. Shout out to the fam, man. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all for all of y'all support and trusting and believing in the information that I bring to you and the I guess entertainment that I bring to you. or back in the 60s and 70s when having a big ass fro and going to disco was the shit. Now I wasn't a part of the 60s and the 70s. And we kind of brought back the fro in like the fro kind of stuck around in the 80s, I believe. I don't know for sure, but we kind of brought back the fro in like the late 90s, mid 2000s. It didn't last long, but because like that was more usually the time of braid cornrows, bow wow, and the plaits and all that other kind of stuff. So I mean, of course, you had to have a fro, but yeah, I can only imagine how free the 60s and the 70s was. I ain't gonna lie, we did have our moments. Tall tees, I got no comment, but still, I think our time was peak in fashion. Peak in fashion. I don't know. Like from the outside looking in, some of the fashion was a little iffy. But when but when two different eras of fashion kind of merged together, when it was kind of like the baggy jeans and the clean look, because you remember we were like in the middle of the Reebok, I mean not Reebok, but Jabot, big Sean John jeans, and I know given the current state of Diddy and all that, but big baggy jeans, and then Young Dro started ushering in like the clean, nerdy look with the polo sweater and the lacrosse the button ups, and we were kind of mixing the clean look with the baggy look, and it kind of morphed into like the clean look and then the skinny jeans and the rock star look and all of that. I don't know, like the late 90s, well, the 2000s was like a weird like culmination of so many different fashions in one. But I will say there was a lot of good fashion in there. The tall tees, man, the nightgown t-shirts was definitely it was iconic, but it was definitely like what the hell are we doing? Like and another thing about the 2000s that was like, what the hell are we doing? Were the digital belt buckles with the name or the name belt buckles, and I got a name belt buckle, so I can easily talk shit about it. But yeah, that was kind of stupid, man. That was definitely some dumb shit. But I mean, at the time, it was cool because we were going into like the digital age. We were really headed into the digital age and all that kind of shit that we had been seeing on sci-fi. So I mean, it only made sense. But I'm happy to have seen the progression of all of that kind of the age of technology and see where it is now and not be too old where I don't understand shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to say that I've lived through all of that, and you know, I've had the honor to be a part of it and still be, you know, old enough to be an adult, but still young enough to be cool as fuck to the kids and all that kind of. Well, that's kind of crazy to say. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Giga Daddy said, whenever Jordan Brand starts being in the top 5 brands in sales, then that conversation will mean something. Every person that says it's dead is gonna be outside for those Travises. That's kind of true. Like, get what do you think is more beneficial to the brand or keeping the brand going? Do you think Jordan Brand is keeping Nike going or Nike keeping Jordan going? Or is it kind of like a symbiotic relationship and they kind of work in tandem because Nike and Jordan Brand have been on top for a long time? Even when like Kanye temporarily took Adidas over the Jumpman, that was only like that. That was a flash in the pan. So like, I'm like, how do you believe that works? Weren't teenagers wearing forces to the point where they were yellowing like 2 years ago? They're saying they're an unk shoe now because the trend is shifting. So it wasn't necessarily like all the teenagers wearing Air Force Ones to the point of yellowing. It was the white girls. Like every photo bomb, every meme, every joke was about how the white girls or the Beckys were wearing Air Force Ones that were so beat, they should have been gotten rid of a long time ago. And I think like the joke of the Becky Air Force Ones kind of ushered in that dirty Air Force One look. Um, I can't remember the name of the collab, but it's got the flowers on it. Car, I know you know this shit, man. But you know what I'm talking about. But I think the Becky trend kind of ushered in the dirty Air Force One look because I don't really remember seeing a lot of dudes wearing dirty Air Force Ones. I just saw a lot of girls wearing dirty Air Force Ones. Um, Same thing with the dunks. Like the dudes didn't wear the panda dunks until like the girls were killing the panda dunks. Like the girls beat panda dunks into the ground, and then when the guys caught on to it, I think that's when other people and other guys started getting really judgmental because the panda dunks were kind of put in the same stratosphere of the dirty Air Force Ones. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. You always are my Jiminy Cricket at times like this, man. You keep me grounded. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe that's where a lot of the hate for the panda dunks was coming from as well. What fears, rare airs, and you can drop the link. All right, hold on. I'm gonna drop the link to you. Let me see. Cammy. And let me go here. Messages. Let me see. Paste. Send. Okay. And there you go. I sent you the link. If anybody else wants the link and wants to join in on the conversation, please feel free. And like always, if you want to, if you don't want to get on the screen and you want to have the conversation, hit my IG homegrown_kicks and call in via Instagram phone chat, and we can get you on the line, and you can voice your opinion about the current level of topics. Oh, I like this. Oh, wow. What's going on, Carl?
What's up, bro?
I like the fact that StreamYard has introduced a whole new backdrop and all kind of things. Like now I can see vertical and horizontal on the screen and all the other kind of good stuff. And when you popped up in the green room, it gave me a notification. It gave a chime notification. I like that.
Oh,
I
that's
like.
tough. Question:
It
What
also
11s are you talking about?
I'm talking about and I keep fucking the name up. The Fear 11s from
What
the
are
Fear
those?
Pack. The hold on, let me.
Am I old now?
Hey, you might be because the
Yeah, because
fact
I'm
that you
like,
don't know.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck is the fear pack? Like, because I keep thinking the threes, the fours, and the fives. I'm like, they made an 11 in the fear pack? Like, what?
I mean I know you've seen them, but
You know, 11s are classic, especially the OGs, but I'm not about to lie, bro. They need to go ahead and vault them joints for a minute. That's why I probably don't know.
okay, so let me see. Let me go ahead and drop this down. Let me drop y'all for a second. Did you go for the Stranger Things dunks?
Bro, so like I'm a casual Stranger Things fan. I'm gonna start a rewatch to get ready for the new season.
Right.
The more I saw him, oh, the rare airs. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, okay, the rare airs, yeah. So that's on me. I kept fucking up. See,
Hey, bro, n- to give
here's the
you
thing.
grace, bro, no one cares, fam. Like, not
That's what I'm
no
saying.
one cares what you're saying. No one cares about these. I've been seeing influencers get them. I don't care what nobody say. Jordan Brand is inflating this shoe. Like I've seen people who I've never seen wearing 11 on their socials, on their podcasts, on their videos be wearing them. And they like, does Jordan Brand have a hit with this? And I'm like, no. No, they do. Now, the Rare Air Pack to me is a certified hood classic. Cause like when I take like my niece, I mean my goddaughter to school and stuff, like all
Right.
the kids are wearing the threes and the fours. especially on sale and the smaller sizes. I'm glad the hood love them. If you didn't get bread fours or undefeated fours, if you don't have black cement
Right,
threes,
right.
they cool. Like these not shitty, but like don't
Yes.
nobody care. Like
Yeah, these in my opinion are ass. Like and to be, you know me, I'm the contrarian. You know, sometimes I say shit that's like way left field, shock value, whatever the fuck they want to say. But um, the rare air pack to me is ass. It's just a step above the fear pack. And the only thing, in my opinion, that was good to come out of the rare air pack is the fours.
I see the rare air pack is one of those they
And
just
I
not
understand.
for
I,
me. Like,
I definitely understand that the rare air pack is a back in the day sample pack that never released. I
that don't mean
get
nothing
it.
to me.
Right.
Yeah, that don't mean
Eh,
nothing to me. I guess as I'm
because
getting older and I'm wearing like more chill shit, like with the ones, I like the whole girls had a pair, boys had a pair. You could scratch off the swoosh. That's something fun. The
right.
threes were the hey, I never had black cement threes. My dad never loved me. The fours was like, hey, I never had bread fours. My dad never loved me. So it's like here's okay. Here's I guess what I'm trying to say. New people to the culture and kids, man, go crazy.
Right.
As a person who's been in it as long as we have or got disposable income to go back and get those classic pairs that they trying to look like, hey, if you got the bread, bro, and you don't want to donate to people food banks this holiday season, I guess go get them for that $90 that they are on sale. But like,
I,
like they had little stuff that was fun about them. Oh man, did you get the gold lettering? But like, bro, this is
yeah,
the
that was
same year that
shit
we
to me.
got undefeated fours and Tokyo
Right.
fives, and I don't have time for this. Like,
And like, okay, so the thing about what the fuck is this? The rare air pack?
the rare air
So
pack. It's so confusing too, because these 11s are rare airs, but then they're part of this big 11 pack and a part of the rare air series. So I'm just like,
oh yeah.
it,
The
it's a
the
lot.
anniversary of the 11 or some shit like that. I talked about that before, how they're supposed to represent Atlanta, Dallas, or
Uh,
Houston. I'm sorry.
Arizona.
Yeah, it just does not equate. It just does not hit to the different areas. I spoke to one of my homies from Houston, and he was like, "I don't. It doesn't speak Houston to me." The Atlanta pair, it does not speak Atlanta to me.
Everyone who was saying that they get the inspiration are people that have never been to those cities, bro, or live in those cities. Like when I saw the purple Mojave pair, I was like, "Oh, Houston, cause of perp," and they was like, "Nah, that's for Arizona," and I was like, "Oh, that's a missed opportunity."
Right, right. And the only pair that was actually good was the Japan pair, and rumors are they release this year, but then there are rumors that they don't release until next year in 2026. I'm just at that point, I just didn't care about any 11 that's dropping this year, and that's including the Gamma. I would and um, which is tough for me to say because back in the day, back in the 90s, when I saw the Gammas for the first time, I was like, yo, I gotta get them shits. Like it was the Flint 13s, which drop next year. I'm gonna get another retro pair. Hey, fuck what y'all think, because that was the shoe that got me into it. It was the Taxi 12s. It was the Gamma 11s, and if I remember correctly, those were like the three main Jordan. Oh, and the bread 11s. Those were the four main Jordans that really piqued my interest to figure out who those shoes were made by. Those really were the ones that piqued my interest. But now, at my grown age, in 2025, like I don't care about gammas. I don't care about gammas. I got my breads. I was super excited about that. And even that kind of died down for me. But when I look at the gammas now, I'm like, that was a childhood fantasy. And of course, with age, things like your tastes and things like that change and shit like that. And I think that's what it was for me. But it's I don't I don't understand what the direction that Jordan Brand is going in 2025. I know I know you got on my head top for saying that 2025 was a little boring.
Man, when you said that, I was like, huh? But that's fair. I had to sit down and think about it because number one, I've got nostalgia for more than half of the releases that came out. And two, I can't be a hypocrite. I can't be like, Complex ain't do nothing but pick a bunch of retros. And then when you go,
Right.
what made 2025 special? I go, well, this retro and this retro and this retro. And I'm like, motherfucker, you sound like Complex. Now, I also know it was a ton of new shit that came out this year.
Yeah.
But I can see why somebody will go, all right, bro, take a lot of the retro and hype out of it. It's not as good as a year as people made it out. It's still a good year to me.
Right.
Still think 2025 went crazy because everybody competed, everybody showed up. We saw some, like, I didn't know the next time I was going to go back to Nike basketball if it wasn't a retro, but now Nike basketball got like a lot of shit coming out. Like Adidas still
And
got shit coming out. New Balance still collaborating, J Tips and Saucony. So 3D printed shoes and all this other stuff. But you right, bro. Jordan Brand, more so than Nike, opened the floodgates, and Nike got shoes from 1972. They could open up the floodgates every year and still drop some crazy shit. But Jordan, hey, bro, like you can't do an undefeated 4 again. You can't. Like if the undefeated 4s come out again in the next 30 years, people gonna be like, again, fam, like it was special that one time.
Right.
So
And
I don't know.
That was the feeling for me. I'm like, I had to take, because they dropped the Aqua 8s. The Aqua 8s was a shoe that I wanted to get. And I'm probably gonna reach back and get those. They dropped a lot of shoes, and they dropped so many retro classics that I lose track of them. As is anybody at this point in their collecting journey who can't visibly see them right in front of them. You just get one pair and you shift it to the side. You get another pair, you shift it to the side. You get another pair, you shift it to the side, and you just move on to the next. It's like you feel a bit of a rush, and then once you get what you need, the rush is over, and it's like, okay, what's next?
That's how I feel about the taxis. Like, I gotta get a pair, but then I'm like, all right, and literally right after that, Shadow 10s come out, and right after that, within the same week, Chicago Lows come out, and I'm like, God damn, right? Like, and that's
but you know what?
Jordans.
I feel, and I believe it's a lot worse than that for these Taxi 12s. But like 2025 was every old head's wet dream as far as retro releases. And I don't yet fall in that category. So I'm basically going off of, the respect I have for what he did, the legacy, and what I was taught and shown by like my uncles or my camp counselors and stuff like that. And I've said many times, I was never a fan of Jordan. I did not see him play. I did not have any interest in seeing him play. So I'm basically being respectful of what he did and actually liking the product for the product instead of the product for the man behind it.
We are part of a generation where, man, he played in DC, so I'm gonna have a reverential respect for the man.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like when he played in DC, I was like 7.
Right,
So
right,
I'm not about
right,
to sit here and be like, I saw the man play. First off, the Wizards didn't even make the playoffs those years, bruh. So
right.
you didn't see him play long. And two, he was at the twilight of his career. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Maybe
yeah,
past
yeah.
that, because he was still making an all-star ballot. He was still dropping 50 points. So, he still had some gas in the tank, but that's like saying in 1993, you was a big Jordan baseball fan. Boy, he was playing with a sub team, fam. He wasn't even in the majors. So I think what I was trying to say is I got more memories of my big brother and the homies and the cool
Right,
kids
right,
wearing
right,
Jordans, getting them, copping
right.
them, than I
Yeah,
do of the last shot or, the flu game or
right,
72 and 10
right,
season.
right.
But Jordan Brand got a challenge because they got to find out how to make that matter to this new generation of an attention span of 5 seconds and the 6, 7. What are you gonna do for them to make these stories matter? Especially since the rep market is crazy, and kids will call a fit baggy sweats and Crocs and be like, "I'm
Right,
outside."
right, right,
You
right.
don't you don't have to have a $200 retro to be like, "I'm outside." If I came outside with the jellyfish on, as I see you pull up this list, I'm just using that one for an
Hey,
example because it's new. Ain't no kid gonna give a shit. They might even like hit you with the shit our parents used to hit us with when we bought shoes. Yeah, man, these shoes cost $300. You spent $300 on those?
right,
Like, you know how
right.
much money that is in Roblox? Like, you're an idiot. You wasted your money.
I hated this list. I absolutely hated this list. I ranted and raved about it. And to be
Question:
honest, I didn't. Yeah.
Is there anything before we talk about the stuff that you would abolish? Is there anything on that list, and the order could be different, that you would keep?
Let me see. Let me bring it back up. If so, honestly, on this list, I would wipe out everything except for the brick by bricks and the Air Max 95s.
Which
Um,
ones? Both of them?
the neon Air Max 95s. And even then, I still have trouble keeping the Air Max 95s on. Like the undefeated fours were a staple drop in 2025, but they were here today, gone tomorrow. Like they didn't have the same effect as the undefeated fours did when they originally dropped and what they did over the decades. They didn't. They had a hot moment and they just kind of jumped off a cliff. And that's not to say that it's a bad shoe, but I just for that reason I just would not put it on a top 10 list when there are so many other good releases. Like I mentioned the J Tips release. Um I mentioned it was another one. It was another release that I mentioned, and that could be me trying to just branch outside of the usual Nike Jordan brand bubble and bring more levity to the sneaker game, knowing that there are more than just Jordans and Nikes. But I would definitely keep the brick by bricks, even though I didn't get a pair, even though the hype has kind of died. Well, the hype has died down for me for the brick by bricks. I would definitely keep the brick by bricks because like I said in the last live, they had a true story. The execution was immaculate. And then a lot of people had access to the shoes. And even after people didn't have access to the shoes, they had access to the shoes again. So like Herm Edwards said, if you want to crown, I don't know if it was Herm, but he said, if you want to crown them, then crown them. It is what it is. And I can't argue for Complex putting the brick by bricks at number one, but there are so many other good shoes that released in 2025 that, I mean, if you want to put the AEs on here, you definitely have to put the AEs on here, because whether it was 24 or 25, the AEs are still having an incredible run, especially for a shoe that is outside of the considered lifestyle shoe. And of course, like all Jordan sneakers are basketball sneakers, but they've kind of crept their way into lifestyle sneakers at this point. The AEs deserve a spot, especially over these Converse Shy 001 Butters.
As a shy double O, as a Shay owner, them joints tough.
I mean, they nice, but
I would pick them over the AE simply for AE's been out for 2 years, and the two is out now. The one got his flowers. You know what I'm saying? I like the two. I like the two a lot. To be honest, even though I said Shay for basketball shoe, he got to compete with the AE2 and the Jaw 3, because the Jaw 3 is just like crazy. Like, even if people don't like it personally, the response that it's gotten from the public has been phenomenal. To your point, I'm a part of the people who love undefeated fours because I like how they look on feet and stuff. But I'm also, my rule would be no silhouette could be on here twice. And if you compare undefeated and bricks, look, I get it. First collab ever. Undefeated is a storied store with decades of legacy. The brick was new. It was a good story. Nigel got the juice. It's gonna take the spot. Neons. I like neons. Bro, they literally just neons. And I know the story of neon. It's probably one of the greatest shoes of all time. But like, you can't just use a cheat code like that.
Right.
Because if that's the case, Bread Ones need to be on here. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta take neons off. If I'm gonna put the Wake Fives on there, just put the pack up, bro. It'll have a stronger chance of being on the list if you put both up, because you was outside, bro. People talk shit about that 5, bro. Didn't nobody like that 5 before they figured out? Yeah, nobody was feeling that 5 till they figured out it was 7,000 pair.
And even the 7,000 pair number was capped. Even that shit was capped. But
Levi's, hell no.
Man, like, fuck that shit, man.
If we gonna put a 95 collab on here, whether you like anime and manga or not, these wasn't done better than Yu-Gi-Oh.
The Joeys. Yep, the Yu-Gi-Oh Joeys.
I can't believe that they did not put that over them. I know you're not a big black metallic 5 guy. This retro, I like them.
I'm not a fan of the reimagined. Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, so I'm not a fan of the reimagined metallic 5 because, like we talked about, in my opinion, they're not a metallic 5. Like in 2025, in the age of giving us OG build, that's not an OG. Like the metallic 5 is not an OG build.
Compared to the 2016, if that's the year I'm getting right, I could be wrong.
Yes, 2016. Yeah, 2016.
I've had both. Like I said, the only thing I could take away from this new one is the fact that the Nike Air isn't stitched on the back, and I don't know how long that's gonna hold out.
Right.
But like shape, comfort, material's pretty good. Like I can respect you not having it as high as the 2016. It's really tomato.
Right.
But I did like how they did these. Like, it's got the same level of respect as the reimagined Bread 4s. I don't like them better than regular Bread 4s. But with leather instead of the Duraba. Now, with all that said, top 10, hell no, double hell no.
Because to your point, the toe box and all of that looks good on the metallic fives. But for me, the Stitch Nike Air makes the Nike Air
For
on the
sure.
metallic fives in general makes a difference.
For sure. For sure.
Now, uh anybody that wants to go back and look at anything when these were being brought up and brought to the forefront, I said if they get everything with the metallic fives right, I'm okay with dealing with the white chalk line on the cuts because that's what you saw on the original metallic fives. I'm okay with that. The chalk lines is fine. If they bring back the metallic fives with the correct Jordan 5 toe box and the stitching on the back, I was like, that'll be it. But in Jordan brand fashion, they had to fuck us over somehow. They had to give us the royalty taxis, but not give us the taxis when it
Oh,
came to the
that's a
reimagined
big
metallic five.
leap. I don't know, bruh.
They had to do it because, to be honest, is this not a taxi?
I get what you're saying, but like
Look at
the
this.
on
Look, the only thing that does not make this a taxi is the fact that it's gray on the bottom, this gold plate, and these black laces. And these even came with white laces and this gold stitching on the toe.
see,
These
but the
even
thing
came
is,
with white
they
laces.
changed like a color hit, and while it's a small piece, since the 12's opportunity for color blocking isn't as numerous as other Jordans, it's now
Right,
keep in mind if you say the royalties are shit compared to a taxi, you exaggerating. Like it's not that
right,
big of a change. But like
right,
at least
right.
with the metallic five reimagined, they didn't change any like colors. Like if they made the sharp tooth light gray or the tongue was a black reflective. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
You make
like
a point. Yeah.
royalty kind of remind me of if you a casual and you see a black tongue metallic five, I mean black tongue fire red versus a metallic tongue fire red.
I don't think I'll go that far because this piece right here is so minor. This piece right here is so minor.
But
And then
I
this
actually
on the
kind of had
back,
a brain fart. I was like, what color is that piece on the taxi? Like seeing it now,
yeah.
and I'm kind of like, shit, what?
And see, that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. And this is minor back here because it's like gold stitching on the back.
And if you got on
Um,
pants, you ain't even gonna see it.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like if you got on pants, like this would never even make you think that this is not a taxi. Like
Yeah, it's kind of like
as a
if you wear a
regular,
Jordan 1 low, like you be like,
right.
or like the
So
Unions, you be like, oh, you got on Chicago's, and you lift the leg, and you be like, oh, you got on Unions. Okay.
right. So that's how I kind of feel about the metallic fives. What really like I would have been able to get over the fact that they put a 3M Nike Air on the back, but when they
If it was
put the
still
3M
stitched.
right, if they put the 3M Nike when they put the 3M Nike Air on the back and then on the trimming or the piping as some may call it, they put 3M stitching. That's what pissed me off. That's what really pissed me off. And I was like, this is no longer a metallic five. And they took the name too literal. Like they kind of were on the fence about it, and then they just jumped off the fence and fell off of a cliff.
So
They
you don't give it a little credit because they at least named it reimagined. Like I would be more mad if they was just like metallic fives, because it's like it's hard to hate the reimagined Royals because they said they real. Now if they just say, "Hey, these the Royal Retro," and
oh
they
I
had
hate I
the
hate them shits. I hate them shits.
yeah, I'm gonna take it a minute to acknowledge Wild Boy. I didn't even know you could look in the comments on StreamYard app. He was saying that he got John Morant zombies in his top 10. I'm not putting a retro for a New Year's top sneaker. Hopefully it made top 10 the first year it released. Top 10 should be new sneakers to me. I feel that a lot. And John Morant's are fire. And then he said, I have CPFM's Action Bronson's Purple Pair and J Tips Friends and Family Poison Ivy in my top 10. I literally just
That's a,
got
that's a, that's a good
Bronson's.
selection.
I got Bronson's and J Tips in the mail this week, and they are stupid fire, both of them. Poison Ivy, like even if they wanted to be selfish, like they did with Ronnie's Kith pack, the Flowers Over Uptown pack should have been on this list. Like the whole pack. Just throw the whole joint on there. I
Right,
think
right.
Poison Ivies are the best. But yeah, and then he says, I really want those West Side Gun. Yo, the West Side Gun Ultimate Warriors are crazy. Wild Boy got a
Yeah,
good
he got a
rotation
solid
listed.
list, and the
Yeah,
thing
that
about
list
it
was fire.
is, I don't know. Unfortunately, and I gotta say it because I gotta keep it real with everybody. Unfortunately, I don't know much outside of Nike and Jordan Brand because for me,
I was about to ask, do you have any Saucony?
Adidas is dead. Like Adidas is kind of dead right now for me. When it's like I considered Adidas to be dead when they had to reach back out to Pharrell and do those jellyfish joints. At
Well,
that
he
point,
never left though.
I know he never left, but it had been a good minute since he had done a collab.
Maybe they was giving him some chance to breathe with Louis.
I don't know. I guess, but that was a nasty move. That was a nasty move, and
See,
I don't necessarily hate the jellyfish, but I wouldn't put jellyfish in the top 10. Like I
I
just
think
wouldn't.
I have to just because of the moment it's having. Like I said, personally. Also, I'm a hypocrite because I got a pair. Personally,
Yeah, yeah. I've seen retro got a pair too. So
and my pair was a gift. So three
man,
hundred
see
dollars, three hundred
you
dollars
don't
was
never
not
tell
happening.
me about stuff like that. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Hey, look, brother. I guess I get busy behind the scene. I'm not retro with it. I'm not the finesse king like he is. But
Man, I'm
I
the
got some friends.
I'm the I'm the I'm the socket. I mean, I'm the plug. I need you to put me into the socket. I need you to plug me in. Like,
Oh,
you
if you
know,
need a Saucony plug, let's go. Just tell me the job.
because
We can work some shit out.
because like I'm a true 10. But see, here's the thing. I've been trying for years to branch out into like getting Saucony and like some New Balance, but I feel like the New Balance creativity wave is kind of tapering off. Um, and I have not seen as many New Balance releases that I liked as I did in the beginning. But I've been trying to get into Saucony for years, and this is what I've been trying to tell people. If you think Jordan Brand collab releases like Travis Scott are hard to get, try getting Saucony collabs.
Cause once they gone, that's it.
It's done. It's done. Right.
And my
And
homie that worked for Saucony says they make them in like this J Tips one has been the largest quantity drop that they've done because they're finally starting to be like, oh, we got the juice right now.
right,
But like everything else in the past, like I'm not a big Saucony model number knower. Jazzes and all of that stuff, those models
right,
before they got into their retro runner wave,
right,
yeah, they
right.
do they little 500, 600,000. That's it. If you ain't get them from that in release or that overseas raffle, then fuck you. You just not getting them. Boohoo.
And see, that's a damn shame because Old Man Sneaks. I don't know if anybody still follows him. That's my guy. Old Man Sneaks used to like reach out and offer support to you, boy. But like Old Man Sneaks is a big Saucony guy. I think he's over in Australia. I
See,
could be
that makes
wrong,
sense. Overseas, they got a
but
big
like
presence.
yeah, yeah, but he's got some great photos of like Sauconys and stuff like that. And when I used to watch like well not watch, but when I used to look at some of his imagery and all of that, I'm like, damn, like Saucony really has shit to offer. And when I tried to like actually execute and get Sauconys, it was like, nah, nigga, like you just stick to your Jordans and your occasional Adidas. And for the longest, and I'm talking this had to have been like during COVID, like 2019 before COVID, 2019, 2020. Since I've been trying to get like Sauconys and like the actual pairs that I want and some collabs and stuff like that, I've been trying and I have not been able to successfully get a pair of Sauconys.
Well, I'm gonna reach out to the plug. I'm gonna get you a pair of the J tips. Start you off. See how you feel about those. I'm gonna be honest, bro, and I know you, my boy. I'm not mad that you don't fuck with New Balance because I know how you are, and I don't see you. And it's not because you can't pull it off. By the way, I just
Right.
don't. It don't look like your style. Like, and I'm glad that you're not like, oh man, New Balance is heat. It's so many Yeezy YouTubers like John Alexander and them that was like, yeah, if it ain't Yeezy, it ain't nothing. And then when Yeezy fell off, I've been really heavy into the New Balance game. I'm like, bro, since when, nigga? Like, you've never, no, bruh. Like,
Right.
and even if you go, hey, y'all, I got a pair of Joe Freshgoods 2010s. I actually like them. I think I'm converting. But, like, I hated how everyone was just like, hey, yo, D got another hit on their hands. And you look at their video history, and it was like, bro, you used to clown people for wearing 990s and shit. Like,
Right.
huh?
Right.
Like, what? Thank y'all, man. Y'all the first that has said anything positive about my list. You
Well,
know
that's
what,
because they
wild boy?
stupid. They
Fuck
fucking
them.
stupid.
No. That list
I
is
mean,
solid,
really,
man.
really, yeah, really.
All
But
right, so
I mean,
you an Atlanta guy.
yeah,
You just talked about forces being chunky. Yeah, you right. In the 2000s, Nelly and Chris White on Whites, it was a cultural thing. Like you had to have them for the
right,
cookout for Easter.
right,
What do you
right.
feel about Yachty's, bro? What do you feel about these forces, man?
Which ones?
The ones that's on this list.
Man, I don't like them shits. I'm not even like
I
to be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Um, like I can't, I can't even like, fuck. Out of respect for Yachty, they, I, I was gonna say they cool, but like they not even cool. They I. And I said this last week. I actually prefer the white on navies
okay.
more than I prefer these. And I said I understand that like Atlanta had a wave where patent leather Air Force Ones was a fucking staple in the community, whether they were real or fake. Patent leather Air Force Ones had a chokehold for a short
Some of the
time, and I
fake
do
ones was
mean
going
short
hard.
term. Right. That's how the
Yeah,
invisible
the invisible.
women joints got popular. But like in like the SpongeBob joints and all that kind of shit. But like these on a top 10 list, nigga, is you fucking kidding me? Like I said I would have rather have seen the concrete boy white on navies on the list than these patent leather joints. And
I I think those are more like something I would wear. But if we had to cosplay Yachty as a shoe, I would say these. Now, another question I got for you, indirect but still related. Do you think Yachty, being from Atlanta, being from Georgia, do you think Yachty is a great representation of style and culture from the area? Even if you
uh
wouldn't necessarily dress like him, do you think he putting on?
so
Oh.
uh I've never okay. How can I word this?
Like, so
I've
to
never
give
like
you to
okay,
give
so
you
in the
some
in the
perspective, like let's say every state was having a fit battle and you had to pick a celebrity to represent your state. Like me being from DC, I'm picking Wale. Like Wale go up there and represent DC. Would you pick for current day? Because I know you could pick Outkast from back in the day. I know you could pick. Would
oh
you pick
man.
Yachty?
So okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to give context and give levity to what I'm about to say. As an artist, when Yachty first came out, I didn't get it. I didn't get
Facts.
what
Me
that
too.
nigga was about. That little boat was some gay shit to me. No, no disrespect to the LGBTQ plus that Yachty little boat shit was suspect to me. Um, but like I always say, I'm not going to be overcritical if I've never experienced it.
Hmm.
I went and I listened to some of Yachty's stuff, and I was like, for the current era of music and things like that, was pushing the wave and stuff like that. I still didn't get it.
He said I said it.
But I kind of understood what he was trying to do, and I gave respect to him because, I mean, like, fuck, I don't know, but I guess at the time that's what the current kids liked. I don't even think the kids fucking really knew what they liked then. I think that was like a moment of confusion. But as far as style, I would fuck no. Like Yachty does not represent style from Atlanta, and I know fuck all fuck everybody that sits there and says like the weird shit about Atlanta and things like that, but those are people who those are transplants. If you get down to like the real style of Atlanta, it was like 22-inch rims on a box Chevy, big ass jeans, dope boy shit, like white t-shirts. It was like Atlanta is hood shit. Like Atlanta is bougetto. Like at this point, it's kind of refined hood shit. Despite like the other narratives and the jokes, I get it, I understand it, have your laughs, but like Yachty is definitely like Yachty is a mixture of like all over the fucking place, and that's not that's not Atlanta. What Yachty does is not Atlanta. Now Yachty is from Atlanta, so I mean, but like Yachty like Yachty, I don't even consider Yachty one of the biggest artists to come out of Atlanta.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I would say
Like,
he's outside, but
like if it was a top 10 list of artists to come out of Atlanta, like Yachty would probably be fucking like 20th, somewhere in there. Like he would barely be making 20, like the 20 spot. Because when you think about it,
so many people that's out that before I would be like,
yeah. Because like you would think about Outkast, Ludacris, Future, Gucci.
I was about to say Future,
like
the baby. I mean, Lil Baby.
Yeah, dude that's signed to DTE, JID or whatever. Yeah, like you would think about
2 Chainz.
Black, 2 Chainz. You would think about 6 Black. You would think about like so many other fucking dudes before. Like you would think about Yachty. Like the only people I would say would think about Yachty is people that are like just now getting into their 20s, and even then they wouldn't even mention Yachty.
And if they would it even be for the music, or would it be for the fact that every time Nike want to push a product, they throw them in a campaign?
Right. So the Yachty green Air Force Ones, I definitely would not have them on a list. I mean, fuck, like, and to be fair, I don't even understand how Yachty earned this high level of consideration, but
my theory is when he started hanging with Drake and them real tough.
Yeah.
Cause I remember he went viral for that time he was on Joe Budden. He was just like, I'm just a positive dude. And Joe Budden was like, you can't fucking be this happy all the goddamn time. He's like, but I am. And I was just like, I started liking Yachty because I'm like, this nigga's goofy. But like, he know it.
Right.
But like, if somebody right now was like 5 Yachty songs off the dome, your next live gonna be like, man, I really miss my boy Corey, man. He got shot in the head, because I don't know. Right. And I got Yachty projects downloaded in my music library. It's just like offhand, like
what the fuck is a Yachty song? I remember him featuring with that. Right,
that's the first song everybody think of.
Right, but that wasn't even his song. That was the other dude's song. So like,
like
what is a Yachty song? I ain't even gonna look it up.
Yachty had that like soul album that experimental album. I can't even tell you the name of the album. Like I said, it's in my music library. I listened to that for a little bit, but like, yeah,
No,
bro, y'all. I mean,
no,
Concrete
no.
Boy. Like, I can't tell you nobody on Concrete Boys besides him and Caribou, and she not even with him no more.
I didn't even
And
know Concrete Boys was like a music
yeah,
label
it's
thing.
a collective, man. People don't know that shit.
Yeah, I mean, so like it's like what it sounds like is Yachty is one of those dudes where if you got like a gang of fucking friends and you know everybody, but every now and then there's always that one dude like, who the fuck is that? And everybody is like, oh yeah, you know, that's such and such, but nobody knows exactly who he is or how the fuck he got there or
Do you
why the
watch?
fuck he's at every event.
You watch Rick and Morty?
Nah, I ain't never really watched Rick and Morty. I know what Rick and Morty is, but I ain't never watched Rick and Morty.
They had an episode where they had a parasite from outer space that could blend in your brain, right? And it kept implementing itself as a character that had been on the show forever, but it was never on the show. And then when they
Shit.
started to realize they had a parasite, Rick was like, "Wait, who the fuck is that?" And they was like, "Man, that's Mr. Poopy Butthole. He's been here this whole time." He was like, and if you watch the credits for that episode, he's in the opening. Like the artist drew him in the opening credits.
What the fuck?
So even audience watchers was like, "Wait, what the? Who the fuck is that?" And that's how like Yachty is in my music library. It's all like, okay, so you got Jay-Z, Kendrick. Who the fuck is that guy? Lil Yachty. He's
Right,
always been here. No,
right,
the fuck he
right,
hasn't. Yeah,
right.
man, he be wearing the crazy Nikes and the big sweaters and Timbos unlaced. You know Yachty. Name one Lil Yachty song. You know, he got the broccoli. That's not Lil Yachty.
Right,
I mean, he
right.
was there, right? I mean, was he there? Yeah, remember? I think so. He just in there, bro. He just in your mind, like, wait, when's the first time you even heard of this nigga, bro?
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the Real Legit Check fam and everybody that engages in the content and asks about everything. I mean, when I started this shit and these fake ass fucking what are these
Off
off-white
white.
Chicago ones? Yeah, man, you can somebody was like, they told me they were fake, but I don't see why they consider they were fake. And no shade to the person because this is why I started with doing what I do, because for every one person that says, "Oh, I know how to spot a fake," or "That shit is obvious," or "I know this," or "I know that," there are at least 100+ individuals that don't know what the fuck they're looking at and don't have any clue. But shout out to everybody that's been engaging with the subreddit, supporting it. Like this shit has blown up really quicker than I expected, and it's getting to the point where like I can't maintain it by myself. And I appreciate everybody that has like supported and shown support for that. So if you want to get like your shoes or shit like that, legit check and stuff like that, drop them in real legit check, because fuck legit check. Them some bitches over there. But drop them in real legit check, and me and my other mod will help you out as best as we can. If you want to be a mod on the team, send me a message and we'll see about getting you in. I notice it's a lot, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers that just are clueless. What is it? It usually shows how many contributions you get on a daily basis. Let me see if I can refresh this and see. So we get 2,000 visitors a day. And I've only had this running for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and we already have over 250 contributions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just goes to show you how much of a need it is for like legit checks and shit like that. And Nothing is 100%. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking act like I'm the old stock X or whatever and be like 100% authenticity guaranteed. But if I can't help you, then I'll fucking direct you to somewhere else that can. We get shit like at first it was supposed to be shoes, and then people have dropped clothing and shit like that, and sunglasses and Burberry's scarves, and I'm like, look, man. That ain't what I fucking signed up for, but I guess it is what I signed up for. So yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man. We have identified like a shit ton of fake stuff. Like what is it? Some fake ass Balenciagas, these fake ass fucking velvet brown Jordan 1 Travis Scott lows. And
Yo,
you can
you
kind of
just
see
reminded me. I'm about to sell my bear. I totally forgot.
what?
But
Have
I've
you
never
worn
worn
them?
them. And
What?
and I'm never gonna wear them, bro. I'm honest with myself, man.
Why?
I just it gets to that point when you get a shoe and you go, "Oh, I'm saving it for XYZ occasion," and then
Yeah.
you really just playing yourself. Like,
Well,
okay,
that's
I
90% of my collection.
but I also actively use my stuff I get rid of to get other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like,
Right.
and I know other people going, "Oh man, dead stock, cool," because they dead stock all the OG stuff. One of them from raffle on Bodega, still got the receipt just in case y'all got to go to the forum to get them checked.
Hey man, let me tell y'all, Kari be on that shit, man. I don't know, it must be the area he live in, but that shit is a fucking honeypot. That shit is a honeypot because Kari be hitting on shit that I don't even have the ability to think about.
Right, it's a blessing. Like with them jellyfish, I looked at the Virginia site and I was all like, "Do I want these?" And in 2 seconds, I said, "Of course not." And then I
I said
said,
the same thing. I said the
but
same
I
thing.
saw how much they was going for, and a little sneaker capitalist crept up in me. So I was like, worst case scenario, I hit, get a little bit of bread, could fund my next purchase. But no, I was like, nah, I ain't about to get them. And Shorty was all like, hey, I want them little sneakers. And I was like, oh, well, I gotta get them now. Like, I gotta keep them now.
Right. Right. So let
But
me
now,
ask you, with the thought process of you said you're gonna get rid of your velvet browns because even though I have not worn the velvet browns, those are one of those shoes in my collection where I say I have to wear them at all costs. How do you feel about the velvet brown Jordan 1 low Travis Scotts?
I I thought they were underrated when they came out.
Severely.
Um, I looked at them and I'm like, yo, these like perfectly fit into his design language and ethos and style.
Right.
Um, all the lace options that you got, the materials. I was like, these are premium. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to rock a fit with them. Like, if you got something in earth tone colors, whether you want to go monochromatic or complementary,
Right.
it's a cheat code. Like everything on paper says I should enjoy this shoe. And you get a little sentimental when you get any Travis at retail for real, for real. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking a bunch of hoopla about the fragments that's coming out. I also know I'm capping because I'm gonna try. And I'm also capping to say if I get them for retail, I'm not gonna be excited. I'm be like, damn, I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like an accomplishment. But I also know I'm at an age where I'm walking into my room of sneakers going, Jesus Christ, bro. Like you gotta scale something back. And since this
Right.
is a pair I've never worn, since this is something I could get rid of to get something that I would put on, it's not an easy decision, don't get me wrong. Like it's not like, man, I gotta get this shit about my house. This shit sucks.
You
You know
must
what I'm
you
saying?
must
Like it's
have
not
you
saying
must
that
have
at
some
all.
heat. You must have some heat.
I got some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. To get rid of some velvet brown Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows. And I'm not saying it because it's a Travis Scott. Because even if it wasn't a Travis Scott, it would still be a clean fucking shoe
Yeah,
because
it's
of
still it's
like
a nice shoe.
the execution and like what they did with it. But to say that, yeah, you got some shit that like you got on God tier level consideration above these.
Yeah, like it's a couple shoes that I would say. I think the Travis 2 is an easier one to move because it hasn't been one that's commanding a higher price. Like, for example, this is not me flexing, just being honest. I got some in
AKA
rest
it's a hard flex.
in comparison to the Travis, I got trophy rooms, right?
Okay.
I won't sell those necessarily until I hit hard times because they've been through their paces with me. You could argue both fire shoes, if you got them at dead stock, you would probably want to keep both of them. But since like selling a pair of used
Oh
Travises,
no.
I would. Oh, okay.
I was just looking at the cream shoebox, cream shoebox, and I noticed that what I saw were paradox. So, like you said, you look at them, and I had to bring up the only reason I said that is because I looked at the shoebox that was the same color to give a visual representation for people. So,
Yeah, like
so
it's it's also like the ease of it, right?
right,
Selling a used pair of a Grail is a little harder because consignment shops will be like, we would really like it if it was dead stock. Then you're gonna have buyers that's gonna be like, what's wrong with them if you selling them or they use it's harder to legit check. With a dead stock
true.
pair, a shop gonna look at them and go, oh, I'm just gonna give you market for them. In and out. Bang bang. Like look at that, bro. Like you can't go first off, that
I love
inside
this
of the
fucking
shoe,
shit.
that's their Chicago one lows that's about to come out. That is a shape that you should be going for. This is what a
Right.
Jordan 1 low looks like.
I love this fucking shoe. I love the shape. Um, at first, I was on the fence when I went for them because I'm like, okay, it's a brown shoe. Um, what kind of execution can they really get going with a brown shoe? Like, but I
Yo,
was surprised by the different color tones of brown that they were able to,
to shout out Wild Boy in the chat. He said he got stepped. So thank you for coming on, bro. Really appreciate you. But he mentioned some Yachty songs. Strike. That fucking song Strike. That's the song I was trying to remember. Strike like a match. Strike, strike, strike. That was a song I heard. I was like, all right, this joint not hype. But like it's
I ain't
such
never
a
even heard
Yachty
that shit.
song. But when you hear it,
Salute to
it'll
Wild Boy, man.
it'll low key make you laugh because it's Yachty really talking shit, but it's catchy, bruh. So yeah, yeah. Shout out Wild Boy. That's a good one. That's a good example of a Yachty
Man,
song.
I
So
ain't
I
never even
know
heard that shit.
I know like three of them now off memory. I know some if I hear them, but I just don't know their name. But nah,
um,
like I also like the Velvet Browns too because a decent amount of people was off the. Is Travis cooked? Is this the end of Travis Scott? And then
right.
everybody was like, actually, nah, these joints kind of fire.
Yes, yes. A lot of people were surprised. I don't know why I keep doing that shit. I've been doing that shit for like 2 months straight. I don't even remember where I
Surprise,
got that
motherfucker.
shit from. I don't even remember where I forgot that little chime man from, but a lot of people were liking these over the Phantoms.
Ooh, hold
And
up, hold up.
I know a lot of people's gripe with the Phantoms were the white
The
stitching.
contrast. You know what?
Yeah,
I will put these
yeah,
over Phantoms.
yeah.
I'll put these over Phantoms.
These are fucking beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And this is the only reason why I can't see myself getting rid of these and seeing myself having to wear these at least once.
I would.
Um,
I will. I know for a fact that after I get rid of them, don't let me like hit on some big dumb shit. Cause I'm gonna go right back to that shop and be like, "Hey, can I buy those back?"
Right.
Don't let me hit on another pair of jellyfish for the flip and be like, hey, actually, can I one pair of Travis Scott mocha lows, please? Like Velvet Brown,
And I
please.
know I hate the pink laces, but pink laces in these is just
Pink laces in those work because it's literally the only other contrast color you would have.
right.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
See, now you're making me. God damn it.
Like a pink or a cream lace. Like I'm just like shit. I can't. At one point, I said to myself, and I go into stuff that I'm obtuse about with the thought process of let me get it to see if I like it. And if I don't like it, at least I can get rid of it and at least get what I paid for it.
That's so crazy. Because we talking about selling, and I was going through the stacks. One of the pairs I have is the Air More Up Tempo OGs. You know, that say Air on the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of don't want to sell these because I won't have a pair that's a classic shoe. I just read that they're coming back fall 2026, so I'm about to get rid of that pair.
Yes, indeed.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Oh, and maybe I might not have to sell the track because I forgot. I got a pair of these Infinite Archives, and yeah, no, I don't know why I
I
had those.
wanted a pair of Infinite Archives, but looking at how limited they made them and the bullshit with them, I was like, I'd rather have the Dornbecker 17s than the Infinite
Oh, the
Archives.
Dornbecker 17s evacuate their ass on these, bruh.
Yeah.
Hold up, I got them right here. Maybe I could turn my camera for a second. God damn, this box is heavy as shit.
But these, I was like, when I
Oh,
got
also I'm
these,
selling these
I
because
was
they're not
like,
my size.
oh no. When I got these, I was like, oh no, these are staying. These are definitely staying. These are gonna be a staple. I don't care what anybody offers me, unless they offering me a down payment on a car. These are staying.
To be honest, depending on the type of car, there's a down payment on the car.
No. I'm talking about some Atlanta classic hood shit like
Oh,
a
I'm dumb.
Challenger or
I said down payment. I meant car note.
yeah. Nah. Like if they offering if they offering me two bands for these, then I'd be like, you paying two bands in 2025? Here you go. But other than that, yeah, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. What was it? So I put up a poll on pause. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Show what you got. Go ahead. Show what you got. Let me see. Let me make.
God damn. How the fuck? Hold on.
Big screen shout. Turn that phone sideways so you can get like the landscape.
Oh yeah. Get out of get out of TikTok view.
We StreamYard will automatically do the portrait mode for you. We made it your landscape.
I'm doing this one hand.
Look
Hold
how
on.
fresh. Okay, y'all called me DS AG. Look how fresh this. This man has the bike the bag open. He got to bike the bag open. Y'all think I'm bad? Look,
Okay.
this is what a real sneaker collector looks like, y'all. I'm not the only one.
All right. That is.
Whew. And see, I like that. I like that.
The main reason I'm getting rid of them is because this is not my size.
What size is it?
It's a 10.
Oh,
That's all they had. I didn't want to say it, bro. I didn't want to say it out. Yeah, bro.
oh,
They
um,
are. Let's see the piece de la resistance. See the bottoms.
yeah. They my size, but to be honest, I made my peace. I've made my peace with them. Like,
If the person ain't talking right, bro, this might could go your way for retail. Cause I'm not trying to bust the bank open. I'm trying to use this for a trade.
yeah.
So if the trade don't work out, I just want my money back. I'm not trying to
Speaking
like,
of trades, trade block is still ass. I still get bullshit trades on trade block to this day.
bro. You need to make that a segment again, bro. Just like a weekly. That would do numbers. I will watch it, bro. Because it's just the audacity. You know, on Reddit they have a whole thread dedicated to like bullshit trade block offers.
I've glanced through it. I
It's
just didn't
funny.
want to relive it. So but yes, I do know that they are back on the bullshit.
It's so
I
fucked up to talk shit about Trade Block because I know like everyone's like, oh dude, they're black owned, and I'm just like,
don't
I hear
care.
that, bro, but
Yeah,
yeah, bro, it's a shitty business, fam.
right. You got people trying to pull fuck shit on trade block because they think it's funny or cute or they're trying to push the envelope. So yeah, no, yeah, no. I give two shits about that. Um.
What the fuck? I didn't even notice the top of this box says.
Oh yeah. See, that's crazy. See, man, like gimmicks fucking get me all day, every day. Yeah, fuck. And I've been trying to like. I wanted the Lightning 17s. Um. But I wasn't gonna pay ridiculous prices for those. And when I heard that they did not have the original stuff that the original 17s came with, or at least an updated version of the original, like the disc and the cloth and all that shit, I was like, it's not really worth the resale prices they're asking for. So I made my peace with that.
I had to get
Um,
the Lightnings,
oh, for sure,
and
but still,
they had the briefcase, even though the original ones didn't come with the briefcase. Um, if I was you though, like if I had to choose, Dornbecker's over these, because one, it's an actual regular 17, it's not a low,
right.
and then that purple is just
But again,
8.17s, fam. Come on, fam.
but then again, like I said, man, you get seated shit. So like, I mean, well,
Okay,
not necessarily
this was not
seated,
a
but you get
seed.
ease of
This was an
access.
alley oop. I still had to
Again,
pay.
ease of access.
I'm not about to
So
lie
I
though.
can I can understand why you got the lightness. If ease of access was my option, oh yeah, I would have definitely 100% gotten
And
lightning.
plus, DMV, bro. That's a Wizards era shoe. So like, I had to get it. Had to get it. As I look at these, I don't know if I would have ever worn these.
Like, but I mean, looking at the color, you can. When I saw them, I was like, looking at the color, you can definitely pull some shit off. Like
Yeah,
you can pull
you can get a fit off.
tons of crazy fucking fits off.
Um, I'm a predominantly dark shoe color person. I know you're not like a big black shoe person.
Yeah, because black is boring to me. I mean, hey, no disrespect to the color, but like all black shoe because I have a daughter. She's like well, she don't even fall to that category because she's more like me. But um, like I have other kids that I take care of or are in my space, and I've just watched them over the last 3 or 4 years just go with just black and gray every fucking day, and it's depressing. Like I'm like, no wonder the kids are fucking sad and wear hoodies in the summertime because their ideal of fashion and what's hot is black and gray. Like, yeah, it's hot. It's fucking hot to wear. You sweating, you dying on the inside and the outside and
And people
artistically.
and like they don't want to branch out and like put fists together. They just want to go outside real quick. So they're gonna throw on some gray sweats.
Right.
It's that it's the athleisure, fear of God curse. Like I'm just gonna wear these black and gray sweats and just
Yeah.
call it a
And I've
day.
I've tried to break all of my youngins out of that black and gray shit. I'm like, put on some fucking color. It shows effort. Anybody can wake up, roll the fuck up out the bed, and say, "Oh, let me grab a pair of black jeans, or let me grab a pair of gray sweats, and just put a color of pop in your shoes on, and be like, oh, I got a fresh ass fit." No, that's not a fucking fresh fit. It just shows your lack of creativity in an already dull ass fucking world. So
And there's so
black
many
is
of their heroes that wear outlandish shit. Playboy Cardi,
yeah,
Lil
yeah,
Yachty. I'm like, so why y'all fit so boring?
right,
Like
right, right,
Ye was a lot of people in our generation style inspo. And even when he went his like more neutral color Yeezy aesthetic, he was still putting on color every once in a while. Like as
right.
cra as bland as some of those Nebuchadnezzar Matrix pieces were. Like you can't look at a Wave Runner and be like, that's boring. I had orange
Right,
and green and shit.
right,
Like
right,
it was different shit, bro. Like you every once in a while, yeah, quick little black fit, pop a color, that's okay. But like, yeah, like looking like you about to tell all your friends don't come to school tomorrow when you bring the AK is like insane, fam. Like
right.
you just
It's
like
black,
Columbine,
gray, sweats, uh,
Crocs.
yeah, yeah fuck Crocs, fuck Crocs.
I'm like, yo,
Uh,
so when it's time to get scrappy or run, sports mode
sport
is that what
mode.
y'all do? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
sport mode. Flip the tab back and get to fucking running.
Like
Um,
if you in the medical field or if you like going across the quad for your AM class, man, whatever. Bro, I don't care, bro. Live life, breathe air, whatever iCarly said. But like, I don't ever want to hear somebody that's not Salehi Benberry be like, "Yeah, I got that shit on."
right,
Brother,
right.
my mom used to
And
wear those during her shift at the hospital, fam. Like, what you
and that's what
talking
they
about?
were. That's what Crocs were, nursing shoes. And
Or restaurant shoes.
like, what was it? Last weekend, I took a head to toe fit pick, and it kind of made me feel fucking good because I haven't been able to go anywhere. Still doing rehab for my shoulder, all that kind of crazy shit. Um, but taking that fit pit, feeling good, it kind of and having color, it kind of inspired me to just want to like do fit pics for my Instagram. Like now, my Instagram is what is and was basically just shoes before I kind of like jumped off the fucking cliff and stopped posting. But
It happens, brother. It
seeing
happens.
seeing all of these fucking kids in black and white, it's just like, okay, it's time to add color to this shit. And thankfully, I'm not at the point where I'm out of touch. And I don't think I'll ever be out of touch, but I'm kind of a tweener. And that's like that's such a fucking millennial or 2000 reference, but um I feel like I've been a tweener all my life. Everything involving me and everything I do is kind of a fucking tweener. I've always been in between like the cool kids and the nerdy kids and all that kind of shit. Um, so like it's inspired me to want to bring back color and shit to like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are saying that like still photos are being phased out and AI and videography is the wave now, but when all that dies, it's just gonna be stills again. So fuck it. I'm gonna start putting back fits and shit like that and stuff like that. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna take multiple slides of shit, and I actually wear some of my shoes, despite what people think. But look for that. Hunger underscore kicks. Has have had God, fuck that's a tongue twister. Has have had shop is a is Kari's Instagram. Y'all check that out because sometimes that boy be putting some shit on. He be putting that shit on. Even the basic stuff. And I know when I see it, it's the basic stuff. I know, and I know the dude don't be putting like photos of like when he really be stepping out, but like y'all check his shit out.
I'm
If y'all
actually
have it.
I'm actually about to do a rebrand.
Yeah.
This was has started to get rid of all the shit I stopped putting on. I was like, all right, I don't put this on no more. Let me get rid of it. So it's for my Depop. But you know, I'll consider myself a legit person in this space now. People like you, shout out you for sure, have encouraged me to become a content creator. So I started that journey this year. And a lot of my engagement and posting goes to the wayside because I don't have like a established name that's easy or recognizable
Right,
across all
right.
platforms. So I was gonna try to go with Kari, but the
Hey,
artist
that
formerly
works.
known
I was
as
just gonna say, just go Carter.
but like Sneaker Fetish got the name, and I like
So fucking what?
don't
He
like that guy.
his
Um,
sneaker fetish is sneaker fetish. You are Carter. Go with
so
your
what I was
fucking
gonna
that's
do
dope.
is come up with like a little moniker, because one dude actually said that to me like 2 weeks ago in the live. I was in a little sneaker, little fake battle, and he was like, "No, the car that doesn't suck, other Kari." And then the dude was
Oh
all
fuck.
like, "Oh, just name that nigga OK." And I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "Yeah, that's kind of slick. OK, other car." And I was like, "Holy shit, I like that, bro."
Of course, because we're objective to Kari, and at some
And
point
and I'm just
we
like,
gotta
and then like that's my vibe on social media. Okay, like, hey man, I saw your video. It sucked ass. I disagree. Okay,
right,
man,
right,
that shoe that you like
right,
sucks. Okay, like, what do you think
right.
about this super hot complex 10 list? Okay,
It's
like
okay.
I'm just
But you
at
know what's
the
so funny? It's funny that you say that. A lot of people get on me and like just despise me because they'll say something, and if I don't feel a kind of way about it, I'll say, "Oh, okay." And they be like, "That's all you
yeah
got to say."
facts.
I'm like, "Yeah, what you want me to say?" Like, if I say something negative, you're gonna be pissed. If I say something positive, you won't believe me. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." And my friends fucking hate that I do that shit. So it's kind of funny you say that.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
funny you
but
say
like it's the ultimate neutralizer, bro. Like if somebody coming at you crazy, you hit them with the okay, they either gonna get mad, they gonna be like, "Oh, okay, back," because it's like, what you gonna say to that? Like, okay,
that.
because
Right.
like certain people, it's not worth. One thing about you as a person and as a content creator, look, are we always gonna agree on shit? Of course not, bro. But I've never heard your opinion been like you were paid to say this, or you're saying this for views, or you saying this to rile me up or troll. Bro, like whenever you say I didn't like that shit, bro, you didn't like that shit, fam. And you know
Right.
what? You are one of the few that would be like, and here's why I don't like that shit.
Right.
It's never like I can't stand this shoe and I'll never watch your show and here you go, I like this shoe. Cause if you do that, you be like, look, family, I know what I said a couple weeks ago that this shoe was ass. But now that I got I'll be like, I can't hate a nigga for changing his opinion when he admit, hey yo, I know what I said.
Right.
Like I don't give a
And
fuck if you like Jordan or Nike centric and you like, bruh, New Balance suck. I'm from DMV, bro. I was born in this shit with New Balance. Like when people was all like, when I used to wear New Balance out of state, and niggas was like, "Damn, them fresh. What are those?" I'm looking at them like, "Y'all don't have a Foot Locker around here. Like these are
right.
992s." And them niggas
Right.
is like, "What?" Like when I went down south, you said it early in the show. When niggas was wearing soldieries, I was like, "Huh? Like that's
Yep.
the hot shit out here?" And they was like,
Right.
"Boy, what the fuck do you know?" Like I
Right.
had to get I like Fila down south. Like the closer you go up north, people like ill Fila. But like the more you go down south, they be like, nigga, you ain't up on this.
Forever I love Atlanta. Whew. Eh, Jeez. Like a overstated term when it comes to Fila. But uh and I've never really liked Fila. I'm just gonna say it. I've never really
Yeah,
liked Fila, no
it's
matter
more
how
for other
much.
people.
Right. Like I always felt like growing up, I always felt like Fila was for that old that you just look at like you're weird. Why are you here? People don't really like you for you. They just like you for the antics and to have something to conversate about. Like, but you can go now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was fun for a minute, but you can go now.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely like the Uncle on the Grill gonna have the like them little high top feelers, the standard ones, the stack houses maybe. Um it was a little moment where people was wearing the little mash burn joints. Like Grant Hills, of course, parking the Grant Hills. You know what I'm saying? Like they got shit. It's just not shit that I want to wear.
Nitro calling Air Force One's dad shoes is crazy.
What up, Nitro?
Like, I don't, and I don't see Air Force Ones being called like dad shoes or unk shoes as far of a stretch.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't need like if it's a pair of all white Air Force Ones. Keep in mind, Nelly's Air Force Ones. That song came out in 2002.
I think so. I don't know when that
And
shit
at that
came.
time, Nelly was in his 20s. Fam, it's he by definition is literally Unk, bro. Like, and I'm in my
Like
30s. Some of your
Nelly
30s.
turned 50. Nelly just turned 51. So
Yeah, so like if my nephew, who is 15, I am his senior by literally double the age he's been alive. I'm 32. Air Force Ones was hot shit when I was his age, a little younger.
right, right.
It's fair for him to call it an Unk shoe. And you know, with me being comfortable with the age I am, I don't care if somebody be like, that's the Unk shoe. The same way we just went, all y'all kids wear is Crocs. They could be like, well, all y'all wear is shoes that look like Shadow Clone Jutsu dunks. Air Force Ones, Air Jordan Ones, Nike dunks. Now, with the trained eye, we know, bro, I'm put on Air Jordan 1 way before I even look at a dunk high. But
Right.
like to a kid, they gonna look at that and be like, what's the difference, Pops? Like the fuck? Like I don't care about like when old people be like, imagine somebody coming up to us and be like, y'all kids don't know ball. What y'all know about these Delta Force Ones and these Chuck Pro string? I'm looking at them like, boy, if you don't get your LeBron hammer toe foot having ass out of my face, I don't care what shoes that y'all wore back when Selma was getting marched on. Like, I don't give a shit about that. That's how the kids look at forces or certain kids. Like you said, it was the white girl matcha drinking Instagram story creating person shoe a couple years ago. Just like Panda Dunks, just like Adidas Sambas. If you a man or a person that's not what I just described and wear that shit, that's cool. I'm pretty sure like I've been on that before them white girls, but that's who was wearing them heavy these last couple years.
Right. And to be honest, I really believe Air Force Ones were phased out over a decade ago. Easily. Over a decade ago. Because like Air Force Ones was really like okay, so of course Air Force Ones have been around for forever and a day. But Air Force Ones really got popular in the 2000s. Like when I was still in school, like 2000 to maybe like 2008. And that's not even really a long run. Now of course they could have been more popular before then, but I'm just letting y'all know the time frame in which I noticed them. But after that, like Air Force Ones really went kind of dark. And this is coming from somebody that used to buy 3 pairs of lows. I've said it a million times. I used to buy 3 pairs of lows and 3 pairs of mids because nobody was fucking with the highs. But I buy 3 pairs of all white lows, 3 pairs of all white highs, and be rocking through the entire year with them. Like I wore them joints religiously. So I was really fucking with Air Force Ones at a time, and I don't even remember when I stopped wearing them. I think it was when I really started like working and getting heavy into not necessarily being with the high school trend or being with the kid trend, trying to find my own person. Because I know I went from wearing Air Force Ones to wearing like Adidas. Shit like the Roundhouse and like the Samba, and then also wearing what the fuck else was I wearing around that time? I don't know, man. Like it was crazy. And of course I can't really say that I'm the staple for wearing different kind of shoes because I'm not, man. I spent most of my time wearing work shoes and shit like that. That's what I was really focused on. But I was more so like well-rounded than I was when I started getting back into collecting. But like Air Force Ones has really for me has really died off. And that's saying a lot because, like I said, I'm from Atlanta. I used to wear Air Force Ones crazy, and I was all into like the Cash Money, the Nelly, and all of that.
The
Um,
Air Force One stopped mattering to me because, like, my dad's the type of dad where if I ask for it like once or twice to show that I really want it, it's not just like a fad. He'd be like, "All right, I'll go get it." Gainfully employed, dual income household. You know, good jobs from my parents, so I got shit. I
right,
ain't gonna be one of the
right.
people that be like, when I was a kid, man. I ain't
The
never
hell
had it.
was I wearing?
So I saw the hype with Air Force Ones, ebb and flow. Then I was like, Dad, I want Air Force Ones. He was like, cool. He was more easy to get those because they wasn't super expensive back then. And then like he had the radio, bro. He heard Nelly talking about him. He saw people in the streets, and he was around when Moses Malone was balling in them joints. He remember when they was actual hoop shoes. So he was like, sure, why the fuck not? And then I had an older brother. So like, oh yeah, your brother want them shoes, you'll get a pair. Air Force Ones was the first shoes I ever wore that made me go, ow. Yo, them joints was made of plastic. And then I ain't gonna say I was the coolest kid on the block, but I was cool. My older brother got me hip. So like he introduced me to cleaning my shoes at an early age, but it got to one point I wore them out. This was like a decent amount of time since I had them, and they started to crease up. And I was like, "Yo, what is this wrinkle on my shoe?" My brother's like, "Oh, they crease, they gone." And I was like, "I don't get it." My brother's older than me by like a decade, so he had little jobs. He was like, "Yeah,
Right,
I'll
right.
holler at this girl that I fuck with at the Foot Locker. I'll get you a new pair." But yeah, they cook, fam. And I was like, "Wait, so why are these not okay to wear and these other shoes okay to wear?" He was like, "Bro, you don't wear dirty forces. That's just something you just don't do." Like it's a stigma of the culture. Like you ain't about to wear no dirty forces. Not my little brother, not my kin. So once I realized that you'd have to keep buying them, then it was uncomfortable. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then my dad had the logic of buy 3, 4 pair of Jordan ones every so often. I mean, buy 3, 4 pair of forces every so often, or just invest in some retros or whatever was new. Cause we was in a renaissance, bro. Like people
Right.
talking about shoes that are retroing, they was new to us. Like LeBron line was
Yeah,
new. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
KD's was
yeah.
new. So we got the benefit of that. So it was just like get those. So my little time with Air Force Ones, I don't have no like big, bright, bushy tail nostalgia for them.
And it's funny you mentioned comfort because to be honest, I swear to God, I don't think I actually know what comfort is. Um, because Air Force Ones aren't bad to me. I know people complain about Air Force Ones all day. Um, Jordan 4s are not a bad wear to me. I know people complain about. It seems like every shoe release that people complain about comfort, I don't have a problem with. It's either I don't know what the fuck real comfort is, or my feet are extraordinary. Like my feet have been blessed by the heavens because I don't think I've ever worn a shoe that was unbearably comfortable. I have Yeezy slides, so I know how comfortable Yeezy slide. I mean, how comfortable those are. Um, let's see. I've worn blazer. Like blazers aren't even uncomfortable to me. So sometimes when people talk about Jordan ones being the most uncomfortable shoe and Jordan 4s being, I'm like, nah, y'all gotta be fucking over exaggerating, or y'all gotta be some fat foot motherfuckers. Like I just I have never experienced a shoe that I could heavily complain about, except for maybe the diamond turfs because they're built narrow because they have like the interior boot, and I had to go up half a size. But other than that, like I've never experienced a uncomfortable shoe to the point where I can complain.
A lot of people, Nitro said in the chat, people have different foot shapes: flat, narrow, wide, and big flat shoes, and that's facts because a lot of people don't know, one, how to measure shoes, and
Right,
two, their true size. And then
right,
they also go with a universal size, and that's not the same thing across all brands.
Right.
So I used to work in a shoe store. Measuring feet was a skill that we learned in training. Like I was dating a girl once, and she was a sneakerhead too, but her taste was shifting. You know, she was starting to get into more stuff that I was liking. Cause she had
Right.
hella sneakers, but she was more like a GR person, which is nothing wrong with that. Cause
What
I
is
am
that
too.
like dating a sneakerhead?
It can be
As a
it can be fun if they're a functioning adult. Like if every time you get a pair of shoes and they want a pair of shoes, and you like okay, but that's where their money goes. Like it'd be like, yo, how do you not have your share of the
the rent.
expenses? Or
Yeah, yeah,
how is it
yeah.
I've paid for every singular outing, date or just regular outing, but you got on the same pair of shoes I got on. And you also still work. It could be exhausting. But like when it's on the receiving end, it's like, damn, I didn't hit. And then they do something cute, be all like, oh man, I hit, but for some reason I got this big ass 11 and a half. And you're like, oh babe.
Bullshit.
Or it's like, or it's like when you'll go to a store. This happened with, I think it was the Canary Yellow Travis's. I went to the store, my local, and he was all like, what's up, bro? I was like, what's good? He was like, you see something interesting on the shelf? I said, yeah, this some decent shit. He said, did you really look though? And then I saw the Canary Yellows on the shelf. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? He was like, "Yeah, we doing first come first serve for the community. Go ahead, grab you a pair." And I said, "Actually, is it one per customer?" He was like, "Yo, bro, I normally let you slide, but one per customer on these." I go, "Can I get a six?" He was like, "Ah, you trying to get some pussy?" Ah, you know. And then like when I got home, I was like, "You like them ugly ass Travises?" She was like, "They are not ugly. They are
Yeah.
fire, and I can't wait. I'm gonna put in like 5 raffles." I was all like, "If you say you my best friend, I get you a pair." She was like, "You don't got the juice like that." I was like, "Oh, guess I'll just take these back to the store then." So like, it's
Right.
like fun, bro, but like, cause it's nothing more like weird than like going, "Hey, babe, I know this is going weird. Can I use your email to sign up for this raffle?" And they like, "What? It's for some shoes. Don't you already have those?" Yeah, but I don't have these ones. Didn't you just get those like brick fours? Yeah, but these are undefeated fours.
Right. Right.
So, like,
Right.
what are they gonna help you play better, stay undefeated? No, the store undefeated made them. What the fuck is undefeated? It's just you gonna help me or not, bitch? Damn, like,
Right. Right. Right.
like we know how crazy Jordan Force have been, right? We got, and I thought about you when I saw him today. We've had Tope Hayes, Travis. Now we see the Alma Manier, Cave Stone. If you colorblind and you moving real fast, undefeated. I can explain that to you and get this response that I'm getting right now. If I told this to a girl, she gonna be like, "So Jordans only make brown shoes? Why the fuck all
and
these
that
brown shoes coming out?"
and that was the thing that pissed me off about those releases dropping in 2025. That's what I was saying. Like, I
Space that shit
understand
out,
it.
fam.
Right. I understand it, but from the outside perspective, it is a dumb fucking idea. It is the worst. And it is just a play off of, oh, you weren't able to get these? Well, get these because it's the same color. Oh, you weren't able to get those? Well, then here's another opportunity. Get these. And it's like
It's like, bro,
what the
could y'all
fuck?
use the
What the fuck?
material for these shelf warmers and like make more of the shoe that we all asked for though?
Right.
Like, it's like, and it's cause they banking on the four hype. Everybody go like, what was the most hype shoe after
Yep.
the ones? It's got
Yep.
to be the
Yep.
four because no other Jordan has had such similar color releases in such a short span of time. Besides the
Right.
one, where the
Right.
ones you could be like, hey, so here's the bread toes. Now here's the breads. Now here's the Chicago lows. Now here's the breads again. And now here is a red toe. But we just but it's a red toe golf shoe.
Right.
And it's
Right.
just like with ones, since it's such a simple build and they so ubiquitous, you kind of used to it. But like with fours, especially with them hitting 210 minimum, bruh, stop, fam. Like
Right.
stop. Like please. And like in a vacuum, K4s probably would have did decent, bruh. But like even if you take away the same color palette, Bricks came out this year, and Rare Airs came out this year,
Yep.
and God
Yep.
knows how many other women. Nigga, how many people forgot White Cements came out this year?
Me.
Yeah, boom, bro. Like stop, like
Because
stop.
I had to ask you the last time. I was like, did the white cements come out? Like, I even forgot the breads came out this. I mean, not the breads, but the flu game 12s. Or yeah, they technically are the bread 12s. But I even forgot them joints came out this year. And that was one of those things, and I know I can be forgetful. But when I forgot that those dropped in 2025, I was like, 2025 is not a exciting year. I was like, holy shit. And flu games were one of those shoes that was on my list that I said I have to have because I was reaching for OG pairs. And when I forgot about them, I was like, what the fuck am I
Any
doing?
other
What am I
year,
doing?
flu game would have got announced. That
Yeah.
would have been like, bro. Remember when the flu games with the graphic hieroglyphics on the tongue and the weird materials came out? Now we
Yep.
so spoiled, right? When they did that for them Royal ones, yuck, ooey,
Right.
trash. But when them alternate flu games come out, bro, they was in people was outside, bro. Everybody in my school had a pair. It was a few purists that was all like, ew, those not flu games. And now times have changed where people go, I wouldn't be mad if Jordan released those.
Right. Right.
So like they
Absolutely.
gotta just lay off. They don't give us a chance to miss nothing. It's like back in the day, 5 years was considered a quick turnaround for a retro. Now, in the same year, they literally was like, "Hey, look, I'm only doing 10,000 of these bread ones, so y'all better go crazy for them." And then in six
Right.
months, they was all like, "Hey, look, somebody told me you like bread ones, so I made another bread one." And I'm just like, "Nigga,
Right.
like that's not normal, fam. Like, chill." Taupe hazes are fire, bro.
Yeah, yeah, these I actually like I like the cave stones, but I prefer these
I like
still
the
over.
henna red. If they had the same
Yes,
material as cave
yes,
stones,
yes.
ain't no way these would be as underrated
Right,
as they are.
right, right. And see, the thing is, though, you can just take a Dremel or sandpaper, and I know people are not artistically, and I don't mean autistically, because sometimes it sounds the same. But if people were artistically inclined, you'd be able to get rid of all of this crackle with this. But even, I mean, like,
See, that's the trick. I'm artistic and autistic, so that's how I get away with stuff.
but like, what are we talking about? Once they're on feet, nobody notices the crackle. They just see a brown and black shoe with hits of red. To be honest, sometimes it seems like we pay too much attention to small details that not everybody else is going to pay attention to, and we worry way too much about it. But speaking of the 12s, I wanted to talk about the Taxi 12. The Taxi 12s drop this Saturday.
Let's go.
Um, the Taxi 12s, as well as the what the fuck are those? The Rare Air 11s were the reason why when we started this show, I said y'all were capping to me because y'all made me believe that motherfuckers really wanted those 11s. Come to find out, nobody wanted them shits. And then y'all were telling me, yeah, nah, HG, man. I don't know, man. I don't think them 12s is gonna sit, man. You talking crazy. But I did a poll. No, I'm not talking about the stripper poll. HG don't get into that kind of shit. Hey, that's between you and your girl. But I did a poll. I don't know why it's not showing up when I pull it up on the internet for YouTube, but I did a poll, and of course, I cleverly hid the gold emblem of the rare airs, and there were some people that thought that these were the actual Taxi 12s, and that's why I say, like, that's why I said what I said earlier about like, is there really a difference? I also asked the question of if you had the taxis, did you really need? I mean, if you had the royalties, did you really need the taxis? And a lot of things like the royalties releasing did hurt the taxis, but like I said, nobody, like very few people noticed that in that video that these were the royalties. But I asked, what's going on? Like, what happened to the individuals telling me, oh no, like the taxis, we've been waiting on them, we gotta get a pair, yada yada yada. What happened to that level of enthusiasm 2 days a week outside of release day? And I'll show y'all here. Man, this shit. I gotta turn down the contrast again. This shit is all blown out. Blown out like a bad date. But over 100 people voted on this poll. Shout out to everybody that voted on the poll. I put cop or pass. 56% said that they would cop the shoe. 46% said that they would pass. That's damn near a 50-50 fucking split. I don't know how much of the fam actually
Participated.
participated in the poll, but I'm pretty sure more than just the fam participated in the poll. I'm pretty sure that the vast majority were people outside of the fam, because I think like YouTube statistics is like only 10% of people that are actually subscribed to you, actually participate in the stuff you do. But if it was more than 10%, man, shout out to y'all, man. I fuck with y'all. But 100% voted. I mean, 100 people voted. 50% voted for actually grabbing the shoe, and 44% voted towards passing, and that's dang near damning, and that is actually telling. Now I know before 2023, people were like, "Oh, we need this," and when there were like rumors that they were dropping the taxis, people were going crazy. Finally, we got to get the taxis. Oh, that's a must-have in every collection. And here we are, like what, 2 years outside of that.
Yep.
And people are like in the comments said, I'm straight. The excitement has faded, and for 215, nah. And that's what I felt myself. I felt that the excitement was fading, and you all, to a certain extent, confirmed that they spent too many times giving us these, or the Chinese New Year 12s, or the other Chinese New Year 12s that look like the tax. They spent too many years teasing us on the taxis, and now it's gotten to the point where, oh, okay, the taxi's dropping. All right, what the fuck ever. And with the economy in the shit tank, you like 215. Oh shit, I'm definitely good. Like, what the fuck is a taxi? And then the young kids are like, what the fuck is a taxi anyway? Who cares? Jordan? Who?
And then it's that new trend of like, bro, especially with the Black Friday sales going live early, bro. I've seen Aqua 8s, Flu Game 12s, White Cement Forged Grape 5s going under retail. So even if the
right,
people who like, oh, I'm a cop, I know a lot of people went from I'm a cop to I'm a cop in like a month.
right.
Because I even hit up my local spot. I ain't gonna lie, my love for the taxis have not waned. So I was like, man, what y'all doing? Raffles? He was like, boy, this first come, first serve. Fuck out of here. You got a ton of pair. Like, he basically hit me with the brother, just come up here on Saturday, bro. I was like, man, you gonna
Right,
slide me? He was
right.
like, bro, it's not even necessary, fam. It's not
Yeah,
that big
no,
of a
not
deal.
even, yeah, yeah.
Like, one
Uh,
of my men that worked there is a sneaker head. Like, him working at a shoe store is a blessing for him. And he was all like, I said, bro, you getting the pair? He goes, yeah, to be honest, bro, I'm passing for now because other shit coming out. And I've seen more people talk about the shadows than I've heard them talk about the taxis. And I'ma save this one. because I know you want to probably do a video on this. A good topic for the next live. Where was all these people that was claiming we need the Jordan 1 lows with the big swoosh from the outlet days back to 2015? Now they here, and I'm hearing like a lot of people go, well, you know, and like
Right.
210, that's a big ask. A Jordan 1
Right.
low, way cheaper. Like, I remember people was saying when Z Sneakerheads was like rumored, the big swoosh Jordan 1 Chicago's coming back. This was last year. People was all like, I'm in line right now. 6 pairs. I regret getting rid of my pair from the outlet. I regret
Right.
not copping them when they was $80. I've seen the pair go in consignment shops for 400, 500 used. So I'm just
Right.
like, okay, they
Right.
back. What's up?
Shout out to Step Back Sneakers one. I like that name. He said they're tough, but not for 215 plus shipping. Might cop if they go under retail though.
Boom. There we go.
Uh, LS and Dub Z Nike/Jordan brand waited too long. Too many bogus models that look like this came out already, and that goes to what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Jordan played themselves. You played yourselves, Jordan. When it came to the taxis, people were begging and begging and begging, and it's just like that commercial where the little fisherman got on the suit and he be like, you got to be quicker than that. It's only so many times you can dangle the shit in front of somebody before they say, you know what, fuck it. It's some other shit that I can go with that I like, and and you start to piss people off. And I think people got pissed off with the Taxi 12s, and I know a lot of y'all like last week or the week before when I said I believe that the Taxi 12s are going to sit. Y'all like, blasphemous. Hit this nigga with the stone, get the stones, get the tomatoes. How do y'all feel now? A lot, like I said before, a lot of y'all be having me feel like Negro Damas, like Nostradamus up in here. Like I'm predicting stuff, but y'all want to make me look crazy. And I know coming from me and the conviction that I have and the tone and all that, I sound crazy. I sound crazy until I'm not. I'm not comparing myself to Kanye. I'm not even gonna do that.
Nah,
But
shout out to classic scene in The Dark Knight when he was like, "You're crazy." No, I'm not. I'm not. Like, bruh, it's only crazy till it start making sense.
right.
Like, look, I gave you praise for being a man saying, "Hey, I said this. I was wrong." Turns out, X is Y and A is B, but like certain shit, like you kind of just know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not, I'm not, none of us are getting paid by these brands. None of us is trying to change minds or sway hearts. Brother, long as you got your genitals covered, you can wear whatever the fuck you want to me, bro. Like,
Right.
it's just, we sneakerheads that's not in the cycle, bro. Like, we not feeding into the
Right.
bullshit. Like, it's
Right.
Jordan Brand stuck a quarter in their ass, they play themselves, bro.
Right.
And if you still like the shoe, like me, because as I'm saying all of this, y'all know where I'm gonna be at on Saturday.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
come.
gonna try to get a pair.
Yeah,
I
shit.
like it.
You know,
I might even go live on TikTok for a live cop if I can get them from the Foot Locker app. So, if y'all got a TikTok, look out for that. But I just I can the only reason I can comfortably say things like this is because I understand the possibilities. I understand it is what it is, and I can make my peace with it. I'm not gonna sit here and overdo something that I don't believe in or underdo something because it is trendy and then turn around and flip the script. I'm not gonna flip. When I see content creators do that, it just pisses me off so fucking bad. I cannot lie. It just pisses me off so fucking bad because it feels like they're taking for granted the tens or hundreds of thousands of followers they have, and they're just telling motherfuckers what they want to hear or what they think they want. And it's a bunch of fucking lies. It's some shit that they even don't believe. So you'll never get that shit from me. Yeah, that's for certain. And when I'm wrong, I can say I'm fucking wrong. It is what it is. Like, I've been wrong plenty of times, and guess what? The fuck, I'm still here. So being wrong is not gonna kill me. No sweat off my brow. I did make a recent pickup though, a recent pickup in a long time. So when they get here, we'll go live and we'll talk about that. Another thing I want to talk about is y'all motherfuckers can't stop stealing. I don't understand what the. It's not that serious. Like, sneakers aren't selling like that anymore. You can't like
I think low key that might be the reason they are stealing them, so they could like do the early release thing while they still have a month. Cause like with sneaker resale, now a lot of the industry insiders and people who do this for a living to tell you it's not big margins, it's units. So
right,
everybody be like,
right.
haha, you made $40 profit. That don't mean
That's
shit
a
to a
lot.
person like you and me, cause like we
Right,
only got like a pair. But to somebody who robbed a train and got 100 units, keep in mind too, if you rob a train directly, you don't even gotta factor in the buying cost, cause you didn't buy shit.
right.
So you making the retail profit plus that little $50 extra times 400. Hey, bruh, that's good money if you ask me.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll say this. Uh, I'm not gonna say shout out to the people that's robbing trains and shit
I
like
literally thought you was about to say, hey, man, shout out to the cowboys robbing the planes and trains.
that.
Shout out to Billy the Kid.
But for y'all mother scooters robbing trains, man, if y'all want to hit HG up in the inbox and be like, yo, we got a pair, and we can get you into like some of the early review territory, go ahead and hit me up, but don't tell me they stolen, because I ain't trying to end up like Adele Shams and Cool Kicks. And another thing,
Did nobody
speaking
realize that this nigga last name was Sham, which is a euphemism for like a
scams, yeah.
facade, bro? Like,
Right,
when I said,
right.
wait, you trying to tell me the person with the last name Sham was up to no good?
And I've
No.
talked about him. I've talked about how shady he seems for about a year and a half now. People either didn't listen or they thought I was just some no name talking shit. And I mean, of course, I'm a no name when you compare me to larger content creators in this space. But just because I don't have as many followers doesn't mean that I'm not
Not
speaking real
valid.
shit.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
I knew of Adele and them, because, a lot of people don't realize while Cool Kicks' majority of their business is in LA, their first location and where they're from is here in VA.
damn,
So
damn.
I used to go to their Springfield location all the time, not to purchase, but to
Shout
kill
out to
some
the citizens.
time because it was by the mall. And also, I had some shit to sell every once in a while. So I'll pop in there. Um, the business was iffy from the customer service standpoint. I never went in there and was all like, they sell fakes. I used to look at
Right,
some of their prices and be like, pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Hell no. And some of
right.
the people, like, that they didn't have motion with, that didn't buy or sell from them regularly, they just treated them like, what do you want? Type shit. Not
Yeah,
everybody. I've
yeah.
only seen it happen a couple times. I'm about to say and be like, man, every time I went in there, they was ass. I'm not gonna do that. But I was taken aback when they, was in LA doing X and Y and Z. I'm like, Is this the same? I say Cool Kicks is kind of a common name. That can't be the same dudes that went to VCU, but like it was. And I was like, not to say I was saying this to be a hater, but I said, oh, okay. They copied and pasted round two's formula. Round two also started in VA. Sean blew
Right,
up and branched
right.
out. So I was like, hey, if you could replicate Michael Jordan's step back, Kobe, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
why not? But the more you
So
heard about them and they dealings in LA, and look, bro, you in the game, it's only a certain way you get shoes early. Backdoor,
right,
stolen, fake. That's
right.
it. The only three ways. And since I didn't accuse them of selling fakes, it was either backdoor or stolen.
And speaking of accusations of fakes, when all of the social media outlets were telling y'all that their fraud case was based upon fakes, your boy HG actually did his fucking uh, reporter investigative work and told y'all that it was because they were receiving stolen goods. And now you see a lot of social media outlets
Retracting.
like Nice Kick. Shout out to Nice Kick because they're still like a good source of information, but you see them retracting. Like y'all covet Nice Kicks, but y'all ain't coming in droves to subscribe to Homegrown Kicks. Like I'm giving you the real shit. Where everybody else, the big names, were saying that they were jammed up because they were selling fakes. HG was telling y'all motherfucking asses it wasn't because of fakes, it was because they were receiving stolen goods. Now, again, to the Cowboys and Indians head ass. I mean, y'all can hit me up. Don't let me know they stolen the fake, because I ain't trying to end up like Cool Kicks. But like, y'all got a good price, and y'all want to fuck with your boy, go ahead and hit me up. Now, just because I say that don't mean I'm finna just take anything. So if y'all coming at me with some fucking fakes, like y'all can walk it out. DJ Unk, some old ATL shit, y'all can walk that shit out. I ain't hearing it, but I'm fuck. What I like saying, I'm willing to support you if you willing to help me. That's kind of I don't know, man. It might be the drink, but you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Um,
I'm gonna say this because I low key feel what you're saying. If I got some stuff early, I'm gonna be off the bro, because I got this off. I'm like up. I don't care where we got it from.
right,
Is it real?
right,
Yeah. All right,
right,
bye. All right, I do
right.
gotta disclose to you. Up.
Plausible deniability.
Yep. Hey, look, it's it's like when people buy them big chains and stuff.
Right,
I ain't asking if they, came from the blood diamonds. It's better if I don't know. Actually, just
right.
don't tell me nothing. It's okay, bro. Is the price still the price? Okay, that's all I need to know. God bless.
It's only crazy until you become too crazy, like Cat Williams. And Cat Williams ain't even too crazy. And I say all that to say that the Soulfly Air Jordan 3s. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know what the hell happened. It might be the actual rare air pack that put me off of threes, because like the rare air threes, the rare air threes, I was gonna say this here. But the rare air threes look like a discount flea market Jordan brand shoe. But I just have not been on the three game lately. I think like they've really dropped the ball with threes. And the only three that I'm excited to get is the what is it? The true blue threes that are supposed to drop in 2026, because it's supposed to have that shape now. And
Plus, hopefully, decent materials and whatnot.
right. But the Cowboys and Indians decided they wanted to do a train heist And rumor is it is delaying the release of the SoFly 3s. Now, the SoFly 3s is not anything, in my opinion, to run home about.
They would
But
have been cooler to me if they just kept them like a player exclusive to the U or something. Like they wanted a better Soulfly collabs because it's
yeah, and
kind of
that's not
hard
saying
to.
much.
Yeah. I'm about to say that's it's not a hard barrier to leap over. Once again, bro, like you said with the rare airs and all that, like we talked about earlier, if somebody like them, hey, cool. I don't think I've cared about a 3 since I got my Black Cement Retro last year.
Right,
After that, I was kind of like, okay, I don't hate all my money is, especially if you got them for one of them dumb low prices. Hey,
right.
man, W. Me personally, I'm super good on all of that.
And they're going they're gonna DJ Khaled with his stupid feel, feel. Hold on, maybe I know that's the box, SoFly, Florida, yada yada. That's the shoe. Damn, that image is big. I think this is from House of Heat. Yeah, this House of Heat. That's like the biggest fucking image I've seen House of Heat drop in a long time. But I mean, like this outside of Miami Hurricanes and Miami people and Florida people, this shoe is ass.
If it
It's
was a G,
ass.
if it was a GR, nobody would care.
That's what I'm saying.
And I know you can say that about a lot of shoes, but like even everybody say that about Nigel brick by bricks. I'm like, even if it wouldn't have the same prestige, if they made it the exact same, people be all like, it'll at least be a hey, now hear me out type shoe. The
And
soul flies,
that toe box looks terrible. That shit looks so fucking wavy. I'm getting seasick. It looks wonky, but it's got an attempt at the correct Jordan 3 toe box shape, but oh my gosh, like that shit is ugly. And I hate to be the one to just like pick apart a shoe, but as somebody that likes what they like or hates what they hate, but always gives something an opportunity to maybe change my mind. Oh, fuck, hell no. Nah.
let me see.
Oh my God. What did dude say? Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
see.
that shape on that toe box do look a little. Yeah, look like the
It's
laces are choked up or it's indented or something. Like somebody sat on it for a little bit and then pulled it out and then like smoothed it out.
yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can look at that fucking oh, God, that's nasty. That is it's like somebody sat on that bitch and farted.
That's crazy.
Like that is not no. There is no way that you can explain that to me. But no disrespect to the Miami Hurricanes because for whatever reason, my parents used to buy me Miami Hurricanes merch.
Well, they was tough
So
back in the day.
yeah, so I grew up a Miami Hurricanes fan-ish. I don't know how that happened, given my mom didn't like sports and like my dad was like, whatever. So I don't know how I ended up with a Miami Hurricane starter sleeveless hoodie back in the day. But I mean, I was fresh than a motherfucker. But yeah, those Soulfly Jordan 3s is an easy pass for me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about those Soulfly Jordan 3s. Other than that, let me think about it. I think that was like all I had to talk about for tonight. I just could not save it for Friday. Talking about the Jordan 12s because shit just blew my mind. But if you want to talk about pickups, man, I've been in my creative bag. I've been in my ulterior bag, and I don't have shoes, but this is the one. Well, it ain't new. I was in it when I was a kid, got out of it, and because of the current things, the current circumstances, I need things to preoccupy my mind, and I picked up one of these right here. This
Oh, okay.
Gundam master grade kit. I got a shit ton of these on backlog. I ordered a waterfall spray booth because I'm finna get into airbrushing, because I know airbrushing will only lead to me customizing shoes, and what can go wrong? Like, I can airbrush cars, airbrush shoes, airbrush like some of the coolest fucking model kits. It's got a light feature that you can add LEDs to this and shit like that. I fucking model kits and shit like that. I don't think I bought any other figures or anything like that. Like I said, I did order some sneakers. These were a must-have. When I saw them on X for $84, I was like, shit, you'd be stupid to pass that up. $84, you can't go wrong. They should be here in the next couple of days, so I'll probably show those off on the next live. What else? I was going to do a designer kind of review, but I think I'll kind of do that solo. I might just do that tomorrow afternoon or sometime during midday, just to fucking get my opinion about it, because everybody's going crazy on it. And I used to like designer. I don't know why exactly I used to like designer. It could have been like all the that kind of shit.
Yeah, that dude had a rebrand.
Yeah, but apparently, because he's from New York, I didn't even know he was from New York. But apparently, he's got a rebrand, looking like somebody's like dusty ass alcoholic unk. But they said he's spitting, so I might just
I heard it. I heard it. He apparently they say he used to rap like that before.
Right.
He got on. I knew he was from New York only because I watched his sneaker shopper episode with Complex, and they was in New York. He was like, "It's good to be back home. Good to be back home." And I was like, "This nigga sound like Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys. What the hell did he just say?"
So apparently he been lying to us all these years and can really rap, but like, if you really listen to hip hop and stuff like that, and Panda, and you were able to decipher what he was saying, you would know he can rap. And apparently
little lines in that joint.
And apparently NLE Chopper is going off too, and going at NBA Youngboy. So NBA Youngboy from Atlanta. So I'm like, I'm all for that. I gotta hear what's going on.
He from Memphis, right?
I think so. I don't know where NLE is from, but yeah, they beefing. So I've never really been interested in what's going on with hip hop, but those two have seemed to pique my interest. So I think I'll do like a music review for those two individuals and see what's going on with them. I can't guarantee that shit's gonna be like prolific and I know every fucking thing they're saying and shit like that. I'm just listening to it from an outside perspective. But I'll probably do it like Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna try to figure out this DSLR and how I can hook it up to the laptop and use that as a streaming camera and get like that really like motherfucker looking through my window type perspective. This is pretty good too. My laptop is pretty good too when I look at the playbacks. But that's probably what's gonna be coming for the channel. What is it? In the next 2 days. I also dropped a how to size and find your perfect pair for the Air Jordan 12 taxis, in case y'all need to know, because a lot of people, I found it out too. A lot of people don't know with their foot type, don't know how to find the right size, and y'all motherfuckers be struggling out here. So I did that for you all. I've also done one on the Jordan 3s and I think like either a 4 or a 5. So yeah, y'all just got to check that out. It's been a minute, but I've been getting back to content. I ain't trying to spread myself out too thin, but I'm trying to make sure you all are informed, unlike other motherfuckers on the platform. I want to say before we wrap it up, because we've been out here for like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I know Kyrie, man, you got to get back to the fam, you got to get back to the girl.
You gotta get back to
It,
life.
yeah, this the loving hour, and I know she,
You're a
you know what I'm
wild
saying,
man.
like,
You're a
so,
wild man. Somebody
so
get this guy, bro.
yeah. I know we got to get back to that. So we're gonna cut it short. Well, they ain't gonna cut it short, but we're gonna kind of cut it off. I want to say shout out to everybody that has been in the conversation. Nitro, Wild Boy. Let me go through because y'all know I can't end the live without shouting y'all out. The Twitch bots that let everybody know that we active. Phone 509B. And all my ghost watchers, salute to my ghost watchers. Even the ones that be ghost watching and stealing my fucking ideas, man. Shout out to y'all because y'all giving me fucking watch time. Like y'all might hate me, but y'all like taking shit that I do. And I see y'all. I see y'all motherfuckers. Shout out to Kari, aka Has Have Had Shop. In the process of rebranding, aka Giganator. Shout out to Jayville. Shout out to man, that drink done got to me. What is the YouTube handle name? Man, you know who you are because you currently modding for my Reddit, man. I'm sorry, man. It's late at night. I done had a long day. I ain't getting no sleep. I was waiting in line to pick up my nephew, and I was in the car sleep with my mouth open. Pause. That's how you know I was exhausted. But shout out to you. You were in our prayers. Going through. I don't know if you want people to know the specifics, but I know you're going through a time. So shout out to you and hoping for better days. You know, that's Kari's friend of me, man. They always going back and forth in the chat. From bricks to kicks. There we go. I had to redeem myself. Shout out from bricks to kicks, man. Wishing nothing but the best for you. Shout out to the Footwear Fanatic fam. Shout out to the HG fam. I love y'all. I'm gonna try to get back being more, I guess, on schedule, consistent. Shout out to again Kari Giganator, aka Has Have Shop, for coming through. I know you be busy. If you all don't know by now, you can find Kari on the 12 Hub Sneaker Podcast. And I hope I got that right with Hugh and two other individuals. No disrespect to y'all. I just don't know you all's name. Okay.
That one, the constant mainstays is myself, my boy Hugh, my boy Drew. That rhymes. But yeah, we all side with it.
Hey, I appreciate you like always, man, for coming through. Hopefully, hey, y'all heard earlier, man. Kari said, man, he gonna get me in with Sakani and kind of bring some well needed and well
before
diversity.
2025 concludes, you will have at least a JTix Sakani to talk about on the show. Top 10. That is a promise.
Yes. Damn. I've been, man, y'all don't know how long I've been trying to diversify.
I'm about to get on that text right now. As soon as I get off.
Because to be fair to y'all, I fucking hate that my collection is just Jordan Brand, Nike, and a sprinkle of Adidas. I've been trying to get some obscurities or some out of the norm in my collection for so long, man, and hopefully that'll continue a trend. But thank you again for y'all love and support. Y'all know I can't sign off without reminding you all that nothing is impossible. Hey, I'm here doing it. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Until next time, y'all know what it is. I will catch you all later. It might not be exactly when it's supposed to be, but yeah, y'all gonna get the information. Y'all gonna get it. I'm gonna give y'all like 2-minute notification, but I expect for y'all to have the notification bells on. If YouTube turned off the notification bells, turn the motherfuckers back on, and I'll catch you all later. Thank y'all again. Thank you, Kari.
Of course, bro. Peace.